everyone, welcome to another episode of Triple Threat. I am Big D. To my right, the California Kid.
Hey.
And to my left, Karen.
Hey.
And on the phone, as always, I wonder where he's been for all this time, but my guess is he's still looking for Jennifer. Crap, I missed it.
Esther Lawrence.
Esther Lawrence.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm naming them off.
Well, he's still looking up for Mystique, the pipe.
I'm so glad I'm sacrificing Grand Theft Auto time for this.
Wonderful.
Nah, you still looking up Mystique photos.
Yeah, one of my friends
hello, everyone.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, hey, if they were stupid enough to like keep it on their cloud and somebody else hacked them.
Put on the cloud. Oh, the cloud. Nice.
Yeah. But let's keep it sort of PG.
Oh, I have some good news. So I go back to my neurologist on the 24th, and that'll be the time they find out if I could actually go back to wrestling or not.
Oh, wonderful. Well, can't wait to hear the news. And return of Blazing Fury, the GWC. GWC's never been crazier right now.
Shout out to BACW.
Shout out to Tony James. For the only, I'll give you a spoiler on this show since like mostly only the really hardcore fans listen to the show. But yeah, great shoot at his wedding. We shot a great scene for the GWC at his wedding.
Was it a storyline?
Yes, and everybody participated. His entire family.
So he really didn't get married.
No, he really did. It was a real wedding. We shot a scene at a real wedding. It was awesome.
Okay.
We shot an attack at a real wedding. It's great. You can only see, and you only catch it here on Triple Threat. We only give you the spoilers here, but yeah, it was fantastic. Let's just say Tony James and Kevin Keane will be having like hell.
Yeah. So check out our friends over there at BACW. All right, let's get to topics. But before we get to wrestling, let's talk about some entertainment news. Since most of last show we talked about wrestling, we got some good news for you hardcore Deadpool fans because of the trailer that leaked out onto the internet a couple of months ago. Fox has decided to greenlight the Deadpool movie with Ryan Reynolds, set to come out in 2016.
Okay.
So our first news item of the day is something that we ain't gonna see for another 2 years.
Yeah, but at least they're doing it. I mean, I guess
that's great, but did you also hear it's gonna be PG-13?
Yeah.
That's what worries me. That's what really worries me.
Well, I kind of knew that they probably would do a PG-13 because, the executives want to get the kids
but Deadpool's
money.
not PG-13.
Deadpool's not kidding material.
I know that, but you gotta look at it this way. Us as comic book fans know that, but as executives for a movie production company don't know that or don't care. They want to get every market.
Is that really one of the ones that kids are really going to be familiar with?
No, not really.
No, they're not.
I mean, if you saw the reviews and how much the Deadpool video game made, you probably wouldn't think they would care.
I'm gonna put it like this: like if you're the director on this film, like and your responsibility is to make sure this film makes money. Like I would skirt the line between PG and R. I would skirt the line.
Yeah, I'll try to skirt it
I would
really,
skirt
really
the line.
thin.
I would skirt the line.
I would skirt it so hard.
If you want this to make money, you better skirt the line.
Well, we all saw the video that leaked, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least he was in his suit and not what he looked like back in Wolverine Origins, because that was
bullshit.
He looked like a fucking ripoff of the Rocker from Mortal Kombat.
It was awful.
A fake ghetto version.
I put him in that same
Rocker from Mortal Kombat.
It was the same tragedy as what befell Galactus.
No, that was just lame and lazy.
That was lame.
I'm just laughing at that comparison.
What, and the Deadpool thing wasn't lame and lazy? We're just gonna make a bunch of like CGI stuff come out of his body. Oh God, we're not gonna go the costume.
Well,
we're not gonna have him.
The reason why I say that's different from Galactus because at least before Ryan Reynolds turned into that thing, he did have the suit and the swords, and he was playing the
He was the guy. Oh yeah, he was the guy.
before they fucked it up.
They did. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
messed it up. They just like got over. Somebody got the bright idea. Said, "Well, let's do it different." No. That's the worst thing to pitch to. Like, let's just do it different. Let's take a different direction.
How you gonna take a different direction on Deadpool?
Exactly.
You can't.
You don't. It's not you can't. You don't. you don't
And
do
now
it.
I'm wondering are they gonna have Ryan Reynolds back?
Yeah, they said that they're going to get
They
him.
are gonna do that with him.
He's the guy.
Well, he has.
Thank God, better than him being Green Lantern again.
He's the guy.
I think they said they're going to reboot it with somebody else. This
They
time.
need to.
And speaking of reboots,
I think the one of the options that they said they're going to reboot Green Lantern. If they reboot it, they're going to take one of the actors from the Thor movie. I forget his name.
Somebody who's with Chris Hemsworth. Or?
No, he's the Guardian. He's the
You
Watcher,
mean that other guy?
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Thor movie?
Yeah, I the guy, the key.
the keeper, the
The-
guy
the-
who watches.
yeah.
I forget his name.
I forget his name too.
Alba? Talking about Idris Alba.
Yeah, I think so. The guy who opened the gate.
You talking about the black? You talking about
Yeah.
the black guy, right?
Some-
Yeah,
Talking
the
about
gate, the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper, yeah, the black
Yeah,
guy.
Idris Alba.
he's going to be the Black Green Lantern.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
That
You know
works.
what they're
That
talking
works.
about,
That
right,
works.
Daddy?
That I can do.
I think I called that.
Yeah, you remember you said, that's the guy from Lupin. You said he should be the Black Green Lantern.
Come to think
Yeah,
of it,
I
maybe you
definitely
did.
called that.
Yeah, you
so
did.
thank you, give me props.
Yeah.
All right. Also, speaking of Fantastic Four, that reboot is going to be delayed for anybody that cares.
Thank God.
Why is it being delayed?
They didn't say. Maybe because it's not getting a lot of good press, especially with all the changes and shit they've been doing.
It's just not going to work. They
I'm-
got
I'm-
one shot at this.
I'm surprised California Kid has going into a rant about how they got Dr. Doom looking.
No, I've done enough ranting about that. Like, it wasn't the look.
Yeah, you got that girl I like playing Sue Storm.
It
She was
was.
in House of Cards.
So they have
I mean, you know it's bad when Marvel said they're going to stop Fantastic Four until Fox gives them the rights back.
See, that's why the Fox is being lenient on some of the rights, or actually giving back some of the rights to Marvel.
Yeah, but it's so bad that Marvel's like, look, unless y'all going to give us back the rights, we ain't doing any more Fantastic Four comics or anything else until y'all give us the rights back. That's how bad this movie's going to be.
Because they changed the siblings around.
Yeah,
Because
Sue
I'm-
Storm,
Yeah.
Johnny Storm is a black dude, and
So,
I think
like-
they said Dr. Doom's going to be a woman.
She drops the phone!
What?
No!
Didn't
Yeah,
they say
this
that
is-
Dr. Doom was going to be a woman?
I believe they did.
Yeah.
Because how are you gonna have Johnny Storm and Sue Storm? Is he gonna be adopted into the family?
I don't know.
That's what I heard. He was going to be adopted.
Okay, if they added that he was gonna be adopted into the family, I would have been okay with that. But if he's like some dude named Johnny Storm and Sue Storm, they're not related. What the fuck?
This is Fox we're talking about.
If
Okay.
it was anyone but Michael B. Jordan, I would have started with Michael B. Jordan is so good, and he would have made it work.
Here's my issue with this, man. Like, there was nothing wrong. Like, the look, the voice, there was nothing wrong with the last Doctor Doom except the psychology. They messed up the psychology. Doctor Doom does not go charging in like on muscle alone to try to use his powers to defeat the Fantastic Four. Doctor Doom has minions. Doctor Doom has infinite amounts of plans and traps and minions.
He's kind of like an evil version of. No, not really.
And he doesn't do what he did at the end of the first movie. He flees before it gets to that point. Doctor Doom will flee before it gets to that point.
And then he comes back with
yeah,
more
then he
minions
comes back
and more
with more.
plans.
Yeah, that's what
And then
makes
he flees again.
because he's
You're
a
like,
smart villain. Doctor Doom is a smart guy, man. That just they messed him up. They got too caught up in their own little idealistic world about who Doctor Doom is, and they should have listened to Marvel. Like, really, that's not Doctor Doom, man.
Only thing I have to say about that, I am Groot.
No.
Oh yeah, and let's talk a little bit about that because we'll say that for later.
Yeah. Oh.
But let's move on to the other topic. The Rock. There was rumors going around that Rock would have something to do with the new Shazam movie. At first, they said it was going to be Black Adam. Then they changed it, said it was going to be Shazam, and then they made it official, saying that the Rock is going to be Black Adam. This can work.
This I agree with because of the fact
Thank God.
he actually looks like Black Adam. If you look at the portrayal of Black Adam, he actually looks like it.
You see the comic, you saw that movie, the Superman Shazam animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the Black Adam. Then you say he'd be a dead ringer for the Rock.
Yeah. If they would have made him Shazam, I'd be like, I don't see it.
It's just a little too much. They'd be
And
trying
he's
too
been
hard.
doing that so many times now. That good guy feel. It's about time he's branching out.
Yeah.
I mean, he started doing a bad guy thing in remember the Mummy movie? He was the Scorpion King,
Like
the evil Scorpion
a minute,
King.
and then a little bit and get smart, but he's never been the full-on whole movie
Yeah.
bad guy or anti-hero, as they're referring to him. And I think that's going to be interesting. And now the question is, who is going to be Shazam?
Yeah, but here's the thing that upsets me. But
That's
here's
what I'm wondering. Like, not only who's going to be Shazam, and the kid.
Yeah, because you're gonna have that kid to like go into that
that's gonna be
Shazam mode.
weird.
that's the only problem. You got to find a
It's
good
like-
child
like,
actor
like
that
in the
can
cartoon,
make it.
how he looked at him like I wasn't expecting a child.
I mean, he doesn't have to necessarily be a child. I mean, he could be like, a 20-year-old geek.
You mean just like the '70s TV show?
Yeah. I mean, as long as he can portray that character,
Mhm.
it should be okay.
I guess.
But here's the thing that kind of irks me is that they said that this movie is not going to have anything to do with the Justice League movie.
How can it have nothing to do with that?
That sucks
I think
ass.
they're being a little spontaneous about that. Obviously, it will
Well,
to some degree.
I don't know. I mean, hell, even the actor that plays Arrow even said that he knows that they're probably not going to ask him to be in the Justice League movie either.
I mean, they didn't ask the guy who played, the Superman in the series to be, Superman and Superman, the Man of Steel.
yeah.
DC is not going to succeed like this. They want to compete so bad with Marvel.
Well,
yet
they got
They gotta at least
things.
put Arrow in that group. You can't do Justice League movie without Arrow.
Well, they getting some things right. I mean, Arrow, from what I see, is
tell
awesome.
me that guy hasn't earned that spot.
I mean,
he has, and
we said the same thing about the guy who played, Superman. He earned that spot to play Superman in the movie, but they didn't give it to him.
no.
which one?
Talking about Tom Welling,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Smallville guy.
yeah, the Smallville guy.
The Smallville guy had it,
I don't
but
know
they didn't
about
give
that.
it to him.
Yeah, they didn't give it to him. I was expecting to see
I think he
him.
would have stepped up. I think he would have got the bill
No.
if they given him a chance. That whole
I don't know about that.
Christopher Reeve mentality just gets to you, and I'm sure he would have tried at least give them a chance.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not really happy about the whole Aquaman thing. So
What's wrong with Aquaman?
apparently,
We got a problem with who they picked.
yeah,
That
What,
is
Matt
weird.
Damon?
He got him doing it. And
Jason
I love the
Momoa.
dude. That's Jason
You go ahead.
Momoa. Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones.
Okay, here's my thing with Aquaman.
Y'all seen Game of Thrones, right?
I
Yes.
only saw the
I
first
saw a
2
couple
episodes.
I
You
saw a
remember the
couple of
big
them.
the big strong guy, Khal Drogo?
I'll go check out IMDb later on.
Holy
Go on.
shit, dude.
Okay, for me, Aquaman is more of a swimmer. Should have a swimmer's body. Because he spends most of his time in the sea.
Is he gonna have to cut his hair and dye it blonde?
Jason
Well-
Momoa, I don't know.
Well, it
But he-
depends on
but the
how
thing
old
is-
is he. Is he going to be a young Aquaman or old Aquaman?
The old Aquaman is long hair.
Yeah, old Aquaman's long hair.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Jason Momoa does not have a swimmer's body. He's more of a bodybuilder type to me. I mean, if they went and got an Olympic star to do it, I've been okay with it because he had a swimmer. Like most Olympic swimmers do have, like all of them have a
Swimmers do
swimmer's
have
body.
unique bodies. They have
You mean
very
like Michael Phelps?
Not Michael Phelps.
no, not per se, but just the bodies.
Practically Aquaman. I mean,
He does have a body of Aquaman. He does. I give him that. But facially speaking of
No.
Aquaman, mentally speaking of Aquaman, no.
looks more like the guy that would try to buy weed from Aquaman than actual Aquaman.
Ooh.
But- yeah.
That was
I look at
bad.
Michael Phelps. What do you Enough for America is amazing.
And did they ever pick Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
What's her name?
Is he laughing?
They went the new age.
It's Gail. I can't pronounce her name.
Gail something.
Does she look like it's Amazon? That's my thing.
Watch the last,
No, she.
like, 2
They're going
or
with the
3
more
Fast
new
and
age
Furious
look.
movies that she's in it.
They're going with the new. They're just gonna go with the new age look. That they're not even gonna try to. And the thing is, like, it's okay to have a new age look for me, but at the same time, there has to be some remnants of the core character in there. And I don't know if there is gonna be in this case.
They could have gotten a female UFC.
There she is.
I still think Gina Carano could have nailed that part.
Yeah, me too.
I thought she should have been picked for that.
They went, you know.
Gail Gadot. That's what it's called.
Yeah, they got a slimmer
Just call her,
actress.
just call her Gail G, man.
They could have gotten a female UFC fighter who was built like an Amazon, who is almost as tall as, you know, because Wonder Woman is as tall as Superman.
But I think where Hollywood's messing this up is I think they're forgetting what Wonder Woman is. Wonder Woman was not a hottie.
No, she wasn't.
Wonder Woman was a beautiful woman.
Well,
There's a difference between being beautiful
and
and.
She was
hottie.
beautiful and a hottie.
Well, Linda Carter was kind of hot.
Yeah, she was kind of hot too.
But she was still just
she was
naturally beautiful. She had a beautiful naturalness to her.
You saying this woman isn't beautiful?
This woman's just hot. She's just a hottie. Gail Gadot's just hot.
She doesn't have a natural beauty that most women of old Hollywood had.
Yeah, that's what Wonder Woman has, that body. But I mean,
Did you see the Comic-Con photo?
it's just awful. I mean,
Yeah,
they changed the outfit
So many people were bashing that photo.
because they changed the outfit.
It's the outfit they're trying to make it look
Well,
more
it could.
like me
Well, would you rather have that or her wearing a jacket?
with the blue pants.
Exactly. On to the next topic.
Or one Big D.
Huh?
And like you scored them on that one. Whenever you get them quiet like that, that means a score.
Oh well. Next topic. Sony post this week that they lost $2.1 billion.
Okay, do continue before I say anything here.
So
Which
it's down.
like
Well, you got to remember, Sony was late to the ball with the whole MP3 stuff because they were trying to promote the mini DVD, which I used in my college days. And the movies have been doing so well. The only thing that has been a success for them is the PS4, but that's thanks to Microsoft, dumbass.
And okay.
So the reason I brought this up is, do you think that this might cause them to give the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel? Because I have some unsettling news. There's rumors going around that the story for Amazing Spider-Man 3 is the Clone Saga.
I think if Sony really is desperate, they won't sell it to Marvel, but they'll give it to Disney.
Yeah.
You get more money.
Like, you don't think Disney could easily persuade them to do that?
Well, Disney is Marvel, so.
That's what I'm saying, though. Still, though, they don't want to give Marvel that little bit of satisfaction, so they're going to just say, we're giving it to Disney, not Marvel.
Yeah, but Disney is Marvel, so it doesn't really matter. They'll have to give it to them anyway.
It's more departmental. He's more speaking in departmental. I think he's talking more departmental. But let me ask you again. How much money did you?
Wall Street? Why are we talking about that?
Can you repeat that figure again?
$2.1 billion.
Okay, they actually posted this as a headline that they lost that much.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate it when companies post this kind of stuff. I mean, every time I see this come up in a newsreel, I just go, I just start laughing because it's like the biggest joke of the day. Number one, the reason why they post this is to draw attention it's an easy story for a news report to get people up in arms and get people asking, well, gosh, that's a whole lot of money. Oh, heck, $2 billion is a lot of money. The very fact they use the word billion, like, Okay, everybody listening needs to know this. This is all based on projections. There's no way I'm willing to believe.
Could use $2 billion to wipe their own ass.
That's what I'm saying. They can do that like by the figures, but they can't do that. Like I know a lot of people look at this and the first thing they think about when they hear a story like this is that, oh man, they're thinking in terms of hard capital, like they lost that in cash. No, they didn't lose it in cash. Hell, they didn't even lose it in stock. They just lost it in their projections. That's what I think it is. I'd never imagined.
In some aspects, for a company like Sony, I get that is pretty bad.
It is, but I mean, it's not like
they got like the PlayStation around, and the fact they lost that much money, and
they lost that.
There probably is going to still be layoffs though.
They lost that for there'll only be layoffs depending on how long.
3, but 4 been out selling Xbox One.
So if I was Sony, like you mentioned, I would give it to Marvel at this point.
Well, here's the thing. These decisions.
They're still already getting bashed for Spider-Man 2, so.
Spider-Man. No.
Well, we already talked about
3.
some of the problems with 2.
I'm just saying, like, Sony's getting bashed for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and so it's like, you might as well give it to Marvel, Disney, whatever.
Yeah, but my only gripe is they better not go the route of the Clone Saga, because if you're a comic book fan and you like Spider-Man like I do, and you listen to like shows like Top of the Fourth Wall, the Clone Saga was a really bad time for the Spider-Man comic books.
Depressing.
Kind of makes you more excited for the Sinister Six movie, don't it?
Again, I don't even know how they're gonna do that without Spider-Man.
That's the point of it. I'm sure, like they said, Andrew Garfield would appear in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something different, though.
I just think all these decisions are being made at the moment. Like, there's no way to really tell what they're going to do. Like, if they're going to sell, or who they're going to sell to, or if they're just going to move it to another department. There's no telling.
Branch,
Yeah, there's no telling because it's all based on, like I said, it's all based on projections. They're making these projections that they lost this much, and like that doesn't even mean that they lost that much in shares at the moment. That's just the projection of how much they lost in shares, like at the moment. There's a guy who sits up there whose job basically it is to just predict these things. And yeah, he'd be like, he walks in the big boardroom meeting, sits down with the rest of them and say, okay, the big CEOs are like, okay, give me the report. Where are we? He said, well, currently I have to say we lost $2 billion. We're now short 2.2. It's just projection wise. That's just where we are this week based on that's where we are this month. And layoffs and all that stuff that happens, that happens based on how long it takes for them to recoup that projectually. Like, what actions can we take right now to make that projection different? And if we can't change that projection within the next week, then we're going to lay off all these people. We're going to start making preparations ahead of time. Because if we're going to give up these shares, we're going to do it now. That's basically what it is. These newsreels come up to freak us out, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of Spider-Man, let's just stay a little bit on the Spider-Man
Sure,
topic.
sure.
Did you hear the uproar about Spider-Girl?
You mean Spider-Woman?
Spider-Woman, whatever?
No. Please.
Oh, yeah.
The variant.
Yeah, the Italian artist that did like one of the covers where her ass is sticking out, and a lot of people got pissed off.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's the same pose that Spider-Man does.
Yeah, a bunch of morons.
Some people altered the pic. I saw that some people altered pics so they could do the Minaj thing. It was great.
Basically, if you're a Spider-Man fan, you know that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, has done that same pose a bunch of different times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, why are you going to uproar about this woman with her ass up there? Because Spider-Man has done it. He's been spread eagled. He has been, so many poses. So if they do it to her, you're going to go in uproar too? Shut the fuck up. It's just a cover. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah. Consider myself. Moving on.
But also, they also use that whole trick of the reason why it looks, my brother's an artist. They reuse certain body parts.
They do.
So That is technically Spider-Man's ass.
That's sequential
That's what
art.
somebody was saying in one of the YouTube videos that I
Let it
watched.
be, let
Saves
it be
time.
known that is in fact Spider-Man's ass.
Yeah, that's
I mean, like
gonna
most of the body parts that they
Spider-Man's ass.
yeah, most of the body parts that you see are just rehashed body parts of other characters.
Yeah,
Because my brother does the same thing.
I feel sorry
But
for
it
all
still
the.
has really gone far when we're talking about Spider-Man's ass.
It's like when they said, "Nice ass, Samson," and the Venture Brothers like, "Nice
That's
ass,
what, BD, that's what we should name today's show, Spider-Man's ass.
nice ass, nice."
I'm sorry, it is Spider-Man's ass.
Yeah, it
No,
is.
I'm with you on that, though. You're absolutely right. That is Spider-Man's ass. I'm just, you know? I mean, it is a magnificent ass, is it not?
Pause.
Oh,
Oh my god, I think we broke California Kid there, man.
oh my god.
It's better than a good Wonder Woman's ass.
Oh god.
Wonder Woman's ass would probably be like, Batman's ass. I don't know.
See, kid, are you okay?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, if
Do
people...
we need to call Black Adam to come help you out there or something?
No.
Adam might kill him.
Shazam?
All right, let's stop. Let's stop before
Oh,
you
God.
get all these angry, perverted comic book nerds.
This will probably be on the GWC
messing up their
top five.
fantasies.
I'm sure quite a few of those nerds would agree with us. I mean, it is a nice ass.
On to the next topic. News is that Supergirl has been picked up by CBS for a series, for order for a new series. Does anybody care?
Is it just to do a pilot?
No, it's a series order, so it's probably gonna get like a 12 episodes.
See, some people are like they're confused, but do they not realize what their biggest show is right now? I mean, when you think about that, it makes perfect sense.
On CBS,
Yes, the Big Bang Theory,
and what does that have to do with Supergirl?
because they're nerds. Have you ever seen Big Bang Theory?
Yes, moron. I seen Big Bang
You know,
Theory.
half the time they talk superhero stuff, so is it really that surprising they're doing a superhero show?
Unless they're gonna get Kelly Coco to be Supergirl, then I don't really see the point.
Oh, you'll recognize that from Big Bang Theory, but you don't recognize how they talk about superheroes all
Yeah, I understand that. I'm
so
just
you might as
saying.
well, so if they did it, you can put it with Big Bang Theory, and it'd be a hit.
I mean, they'll put, like, Raleigh, like, right after Big Bang
Wait, did you
Theory.
seriously say have her be Supergirl?
I said unless they're gonna get her to be Supergirl. I didn't say that it would be a good idea.
He's just trying to make.
I mean, I don't really
Connect
much
the dots
care
here.
for Supergirl. I never really cared for
Supergirl's one of
Supergirl.
those people that some
Well,
fans want
I
to care
didn't start
about, but they
caring about
just.
it until they made. It wasn't until they made that cartoon movie, Apocalypse.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the animated series
Wow,
made
they
me care.
did that was brilliant.
Well, the animated series and Justice League made me care about it a little bit.
I mean,
Then when they did Power Girl.
I mean, I would rather have them, like, I would rather, if they were going to do, like, a superhero series and be more of an adult themed, I'd rather have it do an animated series.
Let's just be honest. CBS just want to try to get in now that Fox got Gotham and ABC got Constantine and CW got Arrow and Flash.
I saw that Constantine trailer. It looks interesting.
Already got Arrow, then start showing the Flash.
Which CBS used to have, but they fucked up and kept moving it around and got it canceled.
Speaking of
CBS.
which, are we all going to watch the Flash, by the way?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I have time.
Well, that's
Pretty sure he's not going to be in the Justice League movie.
well.
God almighty.
But yeah, that's interesting what CBS is going to go for that. Depends on where they're going to take the story.
I mean, like I said, I'd rather have CBS do, like, an animated, adult themed, series and having actors myself.
And with the TV show, I guess,
Well,
Hell,
unfortunately, unless it's Fox or FX, the cartoon shows are gonna fail.
Did anyone get to read the post that someone put up talking about? Well, I'm not sure what. There was a news flash or something that they're trying to create a new Justice League animated series, but make it darker. And I'm sitting there.
I think it's for that video game website that be on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out what his name is. Start with an M.
If
I'm
they,
still waiting for season 3 of Young Justice to come out.
It ain't
they'll be
gonna
waiting for. They're never
gonna
going
happen.
to allow that.
You know, it's crazy. I honestly think Renee Young would be a good Supergirl.
There are some Nazis at Cartoon Network right now.
That's true.
Am I the only one on that? Agreeing with that?
Yes, you are.
You don't think Renee Young could be Supergirl?
She can't act.
Let me
How do
see.
you know?
She just.
You said Renee Young,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
She's thinking about it.
Well, she's doing that. Let's talk about. There's also more superhero news. Teen Titans is also getting this series in the works for TNT, and they said that Dick Grayson is not going to be Robin; he's going to be Nightwing.
Ah. I like Nightwing.
Yeah, said what? Another time he tried to kill the Joker.
It's good. It's good, but TNT, is different from what we used to know it. Ever since Turner sold it to AOL, I think, and they changed the whole format of every Turner station. Like TBS is now doing more comedy, except for the reruns except for the reruns of Big Bang Theory and
Superstation.
And Family Guy.
And Family Guy. It just pretty much sucks.
No, there's some great shows like Sullivan that sounds good.
Well, that's your opinion. And
Have
then
you seen that?
And then TNT, more drama with not Copland, but
They do a lot of
Southland,
I watch that.
Law and Order,
Brazilian Isles.
Smallville, and
I don't care
China.
when it says
Well,
Franklin,
Smallville
Franklin
and all
and
that's
Bash
up in the
is-
mornings.
Yeah, that's like
I don't care when anyone says Franklin and Bash is fucking awesome.
They played that
a
too.
syndication.
They also play like other shows.
Well, it just depends. I mean,
That's pretty bold of TNT to do that, though. I like how these channels
well,
are taking it.
TNT, they never, they done stuff like this before. They did Mortal Kombat.
Oh God.
What's the other superhero?
He did a bad,
That show was
a bad
awful.
film.
Did they do Witchblade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yes,
did.
they did. Good God, man.
I remember one
What?
time I was on
You don't have to
Facebook.
remember Witchblade?
Yeah, I remember it. That was so horrible.
There was a discussion on Facebook about this. I think started
The
by
chick that got to play her was hot. So.
Which
Yeah.
one wasn't one of those shows would come on after Nitro?
That would be Thunder and
So-
that would be Mortal Kombat.
someone
Yeah, well, I
made
remember,
the
oh God,
made the
Thunder and
offshoot
Paradise.
suggestion. Someone made the offshoot suggestion. This was like, this hit me. I don't know. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Nina Monet or somebody made the suggestion to have Michelle Rodriguez take over the Witchblade part. It was one of the most
Oh, she would have killed.
It was
she
one of the
would've
most-
nailed that.
She's too old.
It was one. It was one of the. Yeah, but I mean, I thought about it a second. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I'm like,
That would have been.
that's
Well,
interesting.
actually, I could see that Gail G chick be Witchblade.
Yoshi, just call her Yoshi.
Yeah, I can actually see her play
she
Witchblade
could do
than
Witchblade.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Well, you know who would have been a great Wonder Woman, even though she's already more like Sif from Thor. She could have been Wonder Woman.
She could have.
Yeah.
You know, or Witchblade. But she would have been a great Wonder Woman. But wishful thinking.
So,
Go ahead.
no.
No, go ahead.
Also, let's talk a little bit about the new pictures of Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and the fully photo of the Batmobile.
You know, weird that this movie's gonna come out in March 2016.
Well, you can blame Captain America for that one.
They're coming out at the same time
if
as.
you just put all the chips in the car, just go for it.
Trying to
Come out
compete
late
against
next year.
Captain America.
I mean, Marvel's not going to change their stance. There's a reason why they're putting it on that day.
You know, and they had it first, didn't they?
Yeah, Marvel had it first.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been such an interesting movie weekend. And they came out at the same time.
I'm like, I mean, if you plan it like I usually plan my movie outing, so I want to see another movie, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go see this movie at this time, then buy my tickets for this movie.
Back to back. That's how it
It
would
would
have
have been
Yeah.
a great day at the movies.
That
Yeah.
would have been one of the, if not the biggest movie weekend ever.
It would have been a great day for the moviegoers. I mean, I would love to do something like that, man.
I did that for,
I think with the Batmobile, and like people are really slowly though, but really leaning to the fact that maybe Ben Affleck can do this.
I still gotta see a
I
trailer.
just
You
I can't put my
like,
faith in that. I have to see it.
I mean, I
The
have
only
to.
thing that hurts it to me is that they going with an older version, which makes no sense to me. I mean, yeah, I understand they've done it before so many times with the young version of Batman, but that just makes more sense.
Especially since, you know,
Movies.
And since Superman's not even old, he's young, so what's the point of making Batman old?
because in timeline, Superman and Batman were kind of sort of the same age
Yeah.
I'm
physically.
just hoping they're gonna do the fight.
Okay, that. I mean,
Batman,
then maybe they're looking at
Superman
that.
fight like in the cartoon, and then that title is still bothered. Batman v Superman.
It's
I mean, at one point, Batman and Superman were enemies of each other.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
they
Why
are.
would you
And
name the
then, like, if
movie?
you watch the Dark Knight Returns Part 2 cartoon, they have this amazing fight scene.
Yeah, I saw the fight scene. It was good. But my whole thing is like, you're gonna name the movie Batman v Super. Like in the chronicle of the movie time, like when you have all these movies made in your series, your titles just don't coalesce together very well. Like, you know, nobody wants to number the movies anymore. I just don't understand. Like, what is it with going past 3 and numbering in the numbering system? What's wrong with having a Spider-Man 4? Just be called Spider-Man 4. Why does there have to be like a...
You think they should have called this Man of Steel 2?
Fine. Just something where, in the grand scheme of things, you make 8 of these movies, at least it can go, at least you'll have a numbered system if you plan to make a series of movies like this.
I mean, it could have been
Like,
like, you
those
know,
horror movies don't give a shit. They do that.
You can
Yeah.
have a subtitle to it. I mean, you
I'm
can...
the one genre that don't care. They'll make like
I'm-
9, Saw 9,
To their
or
credit.
whatever.
To their credit.
they'll do it.
Yeah, because at least then you know which one you're talking about. You know? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Batmobile does look good though.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah, it looked nice.
And my last entertainment topic, did anybody see the new Doctor Who series?
Yes,
I like it.
How far did you get?
I'm caught up all the way.
Well, I didn't get to see the new one yet.
It's
but,
good.
Capaldi is growing on me. Honestly, the one with Breathe, it was okay, but I still got to get him used to with Lady, what's her name?
Claire.
No, Lady the Reptilian.
Oh
Lady,
yeah. She's
I forgot her name, but her,
she's a
Jenny
support.
and Stax.
Yeah, the lizard.
I got to get used to him being with them. It
I
was
mean,
an okay episode.
They're just part
Into the
timers.
Into the Garlic was okay.
The last
Listen was good. It's actually one I liked,
Yeah.
especially with the
I like the
ending.
premise.
And then the Robin Hood episode was good too.
Yeah, I enjoy Peter Capaldi. He brings a sort of like almost
Kind of like the first Doctor.
yeah, the old man, the time machine kind of
It's
thing.
actually bringing it to an end, really. I mean,
Well, that's what I was thinking about. Like, are they gonna really kill him off, or are they gonna say, well, he can regenerate more? And I'm like,
no, he can't. Because remember,
that was it.
this is technically his last generation, a regeneration. Technically, his last, because remember when the Doctor lost his hand,
yeah,
he actually regenerated that back. So that used one of his regenerations.
yeah. And then somebody was saying like, somehow this can be a new cycle because somehow in the classic Doctor Who, the God, what's his name? The Master tried to get a new regeneration cycle, and because of the guy that was the Master beforehand died, and they had him as like this burnt Master. That's how he got new regenerate life cycle. So they said that maybe this is the same thing with this Doctor.
I say let's go ahead and end it with him.
Peter Capaldi's doing a good job.
I don't know. They will. BBC probably won't do it.
I'm enjoying the seriousness.
They'll
of it.
probably make up some Deus Ex Machina bullshit to say, "Oh, he got more lives."
I wonder if they're gonna ever revisit the
Moffat
whole
is good writer.
Dalek history, like how they became Daleks. That's like kind of cool. I like the history.
They always go back to that. They'll go back to it again.
I mean, do you know the history of how the Daleks became Daleks?
The only history I know is when the first Doctor met them, and I saw that episode. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's
But
like
I
a
think I
movie
got.
too.
But nah,
There was a
do
movie.
not follow that movie. That's not
I
canon.
know. I just said there was a
But
movie. I knew.
I think I gotta get into more of the Fourth Doctor and later
Because
Doctors to
Daleks
understand
were
it.
actually once a race. If you changed Dalek around, if they're known as the Kalith or something like that, they were humans, and they wanted to become better, and so they created the Daleks. They actually like put the mind of these people into the Daleks.
It's like when they converted the asylum of the Daleks, when they converted the crew that crashed down there. That's the same process. It was
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. But like I said, the Robert Hood episodes, my Robert Hood and Listen are my favorite right now. But
Did you hear
Is
about that
anybody-
Robin Hood episode? Did you hear what happened in that episode? Like they cut a scene from there.
yeah, because of
Good, you know.
the beheading of that reporter.
Yeah, he actually the sheriff. There were during that fight scene.
Yeah.
There was a beheading.
It's becoming a lot darker.
I
I
like
mean,
that
it was
series
supposed to become
because
darker.
we spent a lot of time with it being bright and we loved it.
Yeah, and that's like one of the things with Capaldi's daughter, because like now he's not like the sexy looking doctor,
Because,
and he doesn't like the hugs.
I mean, he's basically a grandfather. Come on,
Yeah.
now he's a grumpy grandfather.
He's really projecting who he really is. Like
Yeah,
Because if you look at the first Doctor Who, he was kind
Yeah,
of a
that's-
grumpy old man.
yeah. The first daughter was grumpy as hell.
He did love his
And
granddaughter.
He did love her, but like he get on Ian and Barbara's nerves,
Yeah.
calling them idiots and stuff, and
Well,
did a lot
kinda
of stuff to
idiots.
piss him. Cause like the episode with the garlics, he basically broke the TARDIS in order to keep them there so he can explore the planet, and it fucked them up because they got captured, and that's how the Garlics were able to catch them.
Yeah.
Because he made it seem like the TARDIS broke in order to explore the planet. That's how much of a fucking asshole the first Doctor could
he was
be.
a real dick.
He was a dick. But I loved him.
But I need to catch up on because I couldn't finish off the second part of the first season of William Hart's run, but it was pretty good. Sad that they couldn't because of the fire. We lost the Marco Polo episodes.
Yeah, that's like I read about that.
So, there are some stations, because it wasn't,
They're looking for certain ones though. Still,
because there were some stations that they broadcasted to that actually taped it. So they just had to find those stations that actually has footage of it.
Yeah, but if you can find it, they have like stills, like they had like a narrator telling what happening and some still photos, and they still have the audio, but they just don't have the video.
Because I know, like, back in the day when, when VCR was still the VCR, like, recording, some families actually did record.
Yeah, that's how they said on Wikipedia that the BBC got most of the series
Back,
on
yeah.
tape because people mailed it to them and allowed them to re-record what they lost.
Yeah.
So, Pike, you have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, that fire.
I tuned out. I was still thinking about Spider-Man's ass.
wonderful.
I mean,
The ass
what are you
of
talking about,
Spider-Man.
Doctor Who?
Yes. Of course, that
I
whole.
don't fucking want that. Well, I'm glad but that's good to know. I like how before that, during the whole superhero comic book talk, you didn't mention Guardians of the Galaxy once.
I did. I said I am
She
Groot.
did.
She did.
No, I'm
say
saying
that.
like how successful it is right now.
It is. That's when I spent my whole day at the theater. We saw, me and my friends saw Hercules, and we saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is it not the best Marvel movie ever?
That's what
It
people
is.
are saying.
It,
You know what you got. You know what it is when Robert Downey Jr. of all people said it is.
Yeah, he did say that.
in Rocket and Groot, I'm sorry, even though they're CGI, those were the best two characters. I was
man,
like,
You knew
Bradley-
that going
That is the best performance Bradley Cooper's ever done.
Too bad. It's pretty much put them on blast for it.
Yeah. And then I love how it's just Vin Diesel saying 3 words, but he makes it sound so great.
yeah, it's like I am Groot.
That's sweetie.
Yeah.
Let's
Like
see.
my whole favorite scene. He's
Well,
like,
he's talented.
Well, I was going to save it, but since we brought it up, can we honestly say that Batista's probably not going to come back to WWE anytime soon?
he did an okay job as
It won't hurt.
Well, he did an excellent job because they pretty much said he's going to be in the third Avenger.
He's
I
done
know.
a good job in his
But-
acting.
What are you saying?
Batista not coming back to WWE, which I see.
Oh, hell no. Can you really fucking blame him?
Nah.
But the thing
I
is,
wouldn't come back.
with how they betrayed, Dax the Destroyer, he was actually
Yeah.
supposed to be as strong. Like in the comic book, he's actually supposed to be almost as strong as the Hulk.
Yeah, he fought them.
He surprised me in that movie. I was cracking up at him.
Yeah, my favorite part, imbecile.
It's just
I laughed.
good
I
stuff.
just love that one part when, it's not really a spoiler, so don't worry. He was about to cut some guy's throat, and then Star-Lord said, if you do that, be trouble. And then he did the expression, like finger on the throat slash. And then Drax goes, why would I put my finger on his throat? I was just like, brilliant. Just brilliant.
Like,
So if I was Batista, I wouldn't even bother coming back.
Like, my
Especially
favorite
that
part.
whole- Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
My favorite part throughout the whole movie, like my favorite, Batista part, was when he said imbecile. He's like, it's like, what did you like? Because you know how he went back to get, his favorite, how Star-Lord went back his favorite thing, and he drops it in, Dax's hand, and Dax is like, imbecile. I
Oh
laughed.
my god! And then the whole thing with the knife, saying I'm keeping this knife, and the guy goes, "That's my favorite knife."
I'm keeping it.
And just right quick, that and come on, Merle from The Walking Dead.
Oh my god. Well, I actually liked how they changed his character because in the
Yeah.
comic books he's more of a Zen type character. He wasn't a junk man. He wasn't a redneck junk man.
I just love his whole attitude. Just great.
It's great to see the actor, and I can't remember his name. It's great to see the actor who played the transporter guy on Star Trek Next Generation still getting work.
Huh?
He played
Oh,
the guy who he also played in Con Air as that person. I can't remember his name for nothing. He's
come
that
on,
Scottish.
come on, you'll get it. Try.
I can't remember the actor's name. I need to look at it, but it's good to see he's still getting
What
work.
did he do in Con Air?
He was in the trailer of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are you talking about the dude, like one of the officers?
Yeah. What is
Are you
his
talking about
name?
Diamond Hansu?
That's not Scotty.
No,
You talking
not
about the black guy?
Scotty. No, from the guy. No, the white guy. The guy who Whoa, gosh, what was his name? He has that Irish thing. He's the guy who played. He was in
You talking
Con
about
Air.
John C. Reilly?
Huh?
You talking about the one that said they call themselves Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, the older guy. The older guy.
That's not him.
That's not
That's
him.
not him?
That was the dude from Step Brothers.
Yeah, that's the dude from Step Brothers, man.
Really?
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Dewey-
look
Dewey.
The guy
Cox.
he didn't play.
No, he was the dude that was in Dewey Cox, the story.
I have to look at that. I have to
He's
look
also-
that again.
he
He
plays
looks
a lot
so
of-
much like the guy.
He also plays a lot of in Adult Swim shows.
Does
So
he?
I'll tell you what, TK, remember he was the cop, that was the Irish cop in Gangs, New York?
Ah, yes. Yes. I
Nice
love
try,
that
though, man.
movie.
You almost had it.
I love
Don't worry
that
about
movie.
But enough of Guardians of the Galaxy because fortunately someone hasn't seen it yet. Sorry.
it. You
But
will,
also-
man, don't worry. Won't one of y'all take him to go see that?
Yeah. Let's leave that off.
But also, like I went to go see Hercules, Rock's, Dwayne Johnson's The
Oh,
Hercules.
Be honest, how was it?
It was actually damn good.
Better than
Was
the
the
other
best,
one.
is the best part really when he does the
I was
whole
told
I
it
Am
was a good
Hercules
movie. I
thing?
haven't seen it.
Huh?
Was the best part really when he just does the whole I Am Hercules thing?
When he did that whole I am Hercules, I was like, well, shit, you are Hercules. But my
Oh,
favorite
I-
character about the whole movie was the Barbarian.
Ah,
I actually loved the Barbarian.
Well, I have Netflix.
See that?
did you ever watch
I
the
was
show?
told it was good.
Karen, did you ever watch the TV show?
The Hercules.
Hercules?
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
That feels.
It's like
you
one
know.
of the
This,
best-
Who's the better Hercules,
It's
The Rock or Kevin Sorbo?
I would have to say The Rock
oh,
because of the seriousness of what the movie was
I
about.
don't know what's wrong with Killer Solo. That dude's
I think
look
he
like
had-
he's crazy now.
I think because of the stroke, he is slowly going crazy.
Because
Like-
he talks smack about Raw. Then he talks smack about black people, and
I
He
recall.
had 3 strokes.
Yeah. I think the strokes have made him slowly crazy.
I recall playing God of War and with a friend, and we got to the point where we had to fight Hercules, and we didn't want to kill the character because as soon as we heard the voice, we went nuts. It's like, oh my God, it's Kevin Sorbo! It's Kevin. Like we marked out. I mean, we freaking wet our pants when we found it was him. We were like, we heard the voice like,
you wet your pants.
figures,
The-
douche.
But the thing is,
Pause
If you-
again. God damn it. No.
if you watch the movie, you'll be like, well, yeah, I could actually see if they made a series, I could actually see The Rock
Yeah.
playing Hercules.
He's good, but I saw the trailer. He looks like he pulled out. I need to see this movie because I've heard it's really
Dude
good.
was fucking swole for this.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
get
yeah, he
swole.
looked thick when he showed up on. He looked really thick.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I actually liked the fact that it was based off of a comic, the storyline that they used.
Yeah.
It had the seriousness of the comic and also tried to explain some of the myth in human ways, like how did Hercules actually achieve some of his feats. His nephew, great bard. If you were to put him in in DD terms, he would put him in a great bard. If you gave him some magic, he could have rallied the troops and they would have gone and fight. I did love the Amazon chick; she was awesome. She could actually would have played a good, because of her body type and her role. She would have been a good Wonder Woman too. All they had to do was dye her hair.
Tamina?
Huh?
I'm gonna check this
Who
movie
you
out.
talking about?
The Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they just dyed her hair black, she would have
What
been.
did Tamina do in the movie? What did Tamina do in
Yeah,
the
they
movie?
said
She was-
Tamina Snuka is in that movie.
Tamina Snuka.
Yeah.
I didn't see her.
I think she would have played the Amazon.
If they would have gave her a part of the Amazon, yeah. But the blonde chick that was the main Amazon in the movie, she was awesome. Her fight scenes were just great. I was like, if that was gonna be a true Amazon woman, there it is right there.
Yeah, one of my Facebook friends loves The Rock, and we were going to
Walk
go
past
see
the
it.
days of Gabrielle.
I'm waiting at Netflix.
Gary was Xena.
I'm just, it's just a statement.
Oh, they were actually thinking about doing an animated series of Xena the Warrior Princess.
I
think
thought
they
they
did.
did. I thought they
Did you
did.
see that crazy rumor that Disney bought it?
No, they said if Disney ever did it, here's a princess for you. And I saw the artwork for it, and
It looked good.
the artwork was damn good. I was like,
And if you're going to do it, you better bring Lucy Lawless back.
What, for Xena?
for her voice, yeah.
Yeah.
For the
no.
So if she still has them.
Dude,
Why not?
it's too late. It's too old.
No, it's never too late.
Xena the Warrior Princess is never
Look at
too.
Mark Hamill.
Disney
I mean-
character was great.
Do you really think Disney would do it justice? As
Probably
much as
Not
sexualized
as
and violent that show was.
Have you seen most of the cartoons nowadays?
Not for Disney.
I mean, if Disney were, have you seen older Disney movies?
Yeah.
Cartoons? They were damn violent.
Oh man,
Look at Mulan. Mulan was violent.
I think Disney
Mulan wasn't that violent.
Disney can do those
Still
dark
violent, though.
moments really well though. Disney can make those dark moments pretty well,
I
but
don't
they
know,
make
man.
it palatable for children. And see, that doesn't work for an adult.
Unless it's under the Marvel name or one of their lesser studio production names, it might work. But if it's under the Disney name, no.
It can't be
Oh, man,
strictly
imagine.
Disney.
It can't
But
be like if they just did like one of their departments.
subsidiaries, like
Yeah.
if a subsidiary did it, it could work. But
Oh man, imagine if Marvel had that shit.
Mhm.
oh god, man.
But on to some wrestling news. Some sad news. Sean O'Hara, who was once in WCW and was in WWE a little bit when the Invasion angle happened, passed away. The news was broke by former American Males wrestler Scotty Riggs, and he passed away in his parents' home by hanging himself.
You want to know what the
Shame.
you want to know what the saddest part about all this is? I'm not even. I mean, Sean O'Hara. The only thing I can possibly even remember about him at the moment is the whole spider gimmick that he put on.
Wasn't he in a tag team with Chuck Palumbo?
I thought
Yeah.
so too. Yeah, they were a tag team. They had that
They were
whole
that
famous.
biker gimmick, I think.
that was Palumbo at the biker gimmick.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then he tried to do that character based off the Al Pacino and Christopher Reeve, not Christopher Reeve, God damn it, Neo.
Which one?
Neo.
Oh, you talking about Devil's Advocate?
Yeah.
I just,
My wife would bitch slap you right now because that's one of her favorite movies.
I just don't.
Miss Larry for what?
Because she loves that movie. She would be like, you don't know Devil's Advocate?
I know the name. I couldn't think of Keanu Reeves' name.
Oh, but yeah, go ahead. That is just sad though.
Like, did they? Was he?
Well, he was going through a lot of mental issues because, personal issues because it was rumored that he had the WWE rehab treatment 6 times.
Mm,
So he has some really bad demons to work out. But thoughts and prayers to his family and his friends. Do y'all agree with a lot of people were saying about that gimmick that it could have been over if Piper didn't fuck up when he did that interview with I think it was HBO, and it pissed off WWE that it got him fired, and unfortunately O'Hara got caught in the net and had to suffer along with Piper.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, WWE they punish in droves.
I'm sure it played a heavy part in it.
They will blackball you like quickly, but nothing's permanent with them. But in some cases, maybe it is. You know, but nothing's permanent with them. But with the lower guys, if you end up in a big blow up like that, and you're not an established guy, like you can't really say he was, but if you're not an established guy and you end up in a big screw up like that, then the only people who like might come back are the more, like Piper, people who can get away with that kind of thing. But you may never come back. That's the sad thing about it, man. And it may not even be your fault.
The last thing I saw him was like this thing that was on YouTube, and it had like a bunch of different wrestlers that were former wrestlers of WWE. That had China on there. Tiny Buck was on there, and a bunch of other wrestlers. I think New Jack had like some segments on there. He seemed like he was, okay, but that was like a long time ago.
Yeah, that
Just because they seem like they're okay doesn't really mean they're okay. I mean, you can slap a smile on your face and be okay, but you actually have to talk to that person to realize how deep their demons really go.
Here's another thing, though. Like, I think Triple H summed this up really well, too. He said to a point, like, the whole thing that happened with him, and her and Steph, I think Triple H really, when I heard his side of the story, I really feel like Triple H, like, tried to get her to understand the way things work in WWE as far as, like, when something bad like that happens, it's up to you to decide whether you want to be successful or not. Like, yeah, you and me had a heartbreaking situation. We couldn't get it straight, and I just went and married the boss's daughter. Yes, yeah, to some degree, in some respects, I would be an asshole, but then in some degree, like, you had your problems, and I just fell out of attraction with you. It happens. But you're still China. You still, at the end of the day, you're still China. You still wrestle a whole bunch of shows around the world. Fans still know who you are, and it's up to you to decide who you want to be at the end of the day.
When did Triple H say that?
No, I'm speaking in terms of like what. You never saw the interview he did where he was talking about like when he actually gave it was one of those open talks. He's done a couple of them, but this was one where he actually got down and talked about the China issue like open out, and he told all. And I don't take every story for granted. There's two sides to every story, but I just feel like at the end of the day, it was China's responsibility to decide who she wanted to be. And at one point, as bad as the TNA comeback was, I was just like,
that was pretty much on her.
That's my point.
She didn't tell TNA about her other activities.
Yeah, that's my point. But at the end of the day, you would decide who you want to be, And some of these wrestlers I look at, and I'm just like, okay. Some of the situations you look at and you're like, okay, you're on drugs, you're doing all this. I mean, it's as ridiculous as the Jeff Hardy fitness app now that's called Evolve. He, of all people, is sponsoring a fitness app. You have, I mean, it's just some decisions that these people make that put them in these positions. But see, Jeff Hardy's privileged because he's actually over somehow, even though he screws up over and over again. He's
That'd
able to
be
stay
more
over.
acted by John Morrison's fitness app than Jeff Hardy's fitness app.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody. See, that's the thing. Like nobody, like these people who fail, who ultimately fail, end up on documentaries like the one I guess you're talking about. These are people who, I guess, at the end of the day, just decided they didn't make the right decision. They didn't decide that they were still going to be the successful person they wanted to be, even though they had a shortcoming. China could have, in her position, right after her falling out with the company, could have easily gotten back on her feet, but she decided, to deal with her depression in a different way, and it led to her overall body decrepitude. I mean, God, has anybody seen what she looks like these days? It's awful.
You're in China?
Yeah, it's god awful. I mean, it's just, man, it's far cry from what she looked like before. The last WrestleMania she competed at. Ugh, awful. Awful.
Well, let's move on to another topic. Thanks for caring to remind me about this. I saw an article on one of my forums was talking about how Stephanie McMahon and the people at WWE were so fascinated with Ronda Rousey when Rousey and the Four Horsewomen, I guess that's what they call themselves, did that ice bucket challenge with Stephanie McMahon on the SummerSlam thing on the website, which honestly I would think Dana White would have a problem with that. But there was a rumor going around that Stephanie and the people at WWE are interested in Ronda Rousey coming to WWE.
I bet money as soon as she retires from UFC, that's exactly what she's gonna do.
I can see that. Once she
Yeah,
retires.
or if she loses the belt, she'll probably do it right after.
If I were her, I'd stay at USC because WWE had bad history with people from USC that's not named Brock Lesnar.
People like WWE has a
What about Ken Shamrock?
It was good at one point and then it fell
Yeah.
apart.
Ken Shamrock said,
It did.
like, in his RF shoot, Ken Shamrock came out and was talking about, like, at the time, it started out good because they allowed him to do what he liked to do, go in there. He liked to work a lot of arm chains and stuff and go in a lot. If you watch Ken Shamrock's early stuff, he was fast, man. Like, but then I guess it became a lot more, they wanted him to they kind of started watering him down a little bit, you notice, and he kind of became, which eventually led to him becoming Vince McMahon's
They
bitch.
did what they did with Dan Severn.
Oh God, that was
Man, you want another bad example? Daniel Peter.
I just remembered Daniel Pewter.
That's the bad example. You use Daniel Peter. At least with Dan Severn, he had some badass theme music.
Oh God. Oh my God, I forgot all about Pewter.
But
Keep in mind, folks, Daniel Peter was a tough enough winner.
It was awful. It was one of the worst things they ever did.
but
When it came down to him and Miz,
Go ahead, shut up. I'm
Well-
sorry, man.
she needs to stay in USC at least until she
I
can
see.
get everything she can get from USC.
I hope she totally does it. I
Because
would
honestly,
definitely
what did
watch
she
that.
do in WWE? The only people in there that would give her actual wrestling matches is Natalia, AJ, maybe some Naomi, and Paige and Emma. And that's not also including Becky and Charlotte.
That's enough, ain't it?
Not really.
And how many divas did you just name?
About 7.
Well, what would be the right amount of numbers? 15?
Maybe.
It's
I
funny.
don't know. I just could see her having some great battles with like Natalia and AJ and Paige. Naomi definitely.
Sad that they won't focus on such things, but
Your eyebrow raising. Why is your eyebrow raising?
WWE has a problem with most of their women wrestlers, anyways, because they don't really utilize them to their fullest.
no, and that goes to that. We're getting
I
to
would
that.
just hire her just so she could destroy Eva Marie.
The man, just like that Raw where Stephanie McMahon, the bells come out, and there's this whole soap opera that plays out.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Some of the worst acting ever.
Yeah, well, no, we'll get to that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We will.
But yeah, I just think that she needs to stay with USC as long as she can. And
She's beating everybody. What else is there? Unless Gina Carano comes back.
You never know what could happen.
Yeah, you're right. It was funny. It was great watching her whoop Misha Tate's ass again. That was great.
yeah,
Yeah.
but all
Well,
just
either she go to WWE or she's going to start doing more movies.
Maybe.
part more movies.
Anybody seen Expendables 3 yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Damn.
I need to watch that.
Get the review.
I haven't seen number 2.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't seen number 2 yet.
2 is good.
It wasn't that great.
It was.
Really wasn't.
It was.
Well, we'll talk about that
The
later
only
on.
good parts of part 2 is Schwarzenegger being funny and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You know, Jackie Chan was asked to be in the Expendables.
He was, but he keeps turning them down.
You remember what he said?
Like, Sylvester, why can't it just be like a certain amount of Expendables? Why can't it like why do? I mean,
He just wanted to be him and Sly. He didn't want to do the whole group thing.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, he's right though, because if you have like a whole group, you cannot focus on any of the actual characters.
It's a tough
You really
sell.
don't.
So if he does like a series of movies with certain amount of Expendables, you get a backstory and get a feel for the Expendables.
There's also a little bit more to this too. Jackie Chan won't do Expendables. He's so reluctant to. Sly has some magic. He may be able to get Jackie to do 4, but here's the thing. Like, I know he really wants Jackie
Well,
to
the
4.
third supposed to be the last one.
It may not. They're talking about. They said Sly keeps.
Part 1 and part 2. So.
They keep saying Sly wants 4. So if they do 4 and he's trying to get Jackie Chan,
I think they said the next one was supposed to be an all-woman cast. That's why they had
it may very well be.
Ronda Rousey in the third one to try to do all-female.
Right, try to do Expendables.
They sure as hell aren't going to get what's his name. Before I get to that, like, I'm just saying, like,
Go ahead.
the reason Jackie Chan's had some bad experiences with group movies anyway. Number one, the catastrophe that was Cannonball Run 2 that he didn't want to do, but he had to
I
do it.
forget how you used to always mention that fucking movie.
Well, Cannonball Run 2 was a bad movie. It was just a really, really bad
Don't
movie.
you own it though?
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be good, but then I watched it and I'm like, oh god, this is awful. Haven't picked it up since.
No,
The first one was hilarious. The second one, you could tell nobody wanted to do
Wasn't
it.
it based off a 1970s movie?
Yeah, Gumball Rally. Yeah, the Gumball. It was. It's almost like the both movies almost like a
Which
sequel.
one had Burt Reynolds?
The first one.
The first one.
Okay. Oh, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah, but it just like you could tell in the second one that not many people really wanted to do it in the second Cannonball Run, and even Jackie hated it. But then he also had another bad group experience in his Fantasy Mission Force movie where he had to go around. It was one of the cheesiest movies I've ever seen, but he battles a tank by himself. He basically battles a gun tank by himself at the end of the movie. He hated the crap out of that movie, and he was with like a whole group of stars and stuff. He hates
Have you
these
seen what
movies.
I've done? Alright, let's move on to the next topic. The Beast Incarnate finally made a new deal with WWE. WWE has reportedly come to terms with Brock Lesnar on an agreement that will allow the company to book him as frequently as they want for a price. So that means that Brock can do more shows, but WWE is going to have to fork over the cash.
Yeah, they say.
You know they will.
Oh, yeah, especially now, though, you know who's going out.
Amazing how he got away with this deal.
Yeah, like I said before, it's amazing how, Brock can get away with stuff, and it's only because WWE put themselves in a boat where, they can't say no to him, because if they were still at the top and they were still doing good, he would have been blacklisted from WWE forever coming back.
Brock took the Warrior stance to it. Warrior was one of those guys who said he didn't like to be led, and he just went on. Now Vince didn't take it from Warrior after a while. Vince took it twice from Warrior, then he just let Warrior go. But with Brock, I guess Brock just has the other side of that equation. He
If
can
Brock
make it
wasn't
happen.
a success in UFC, I don't think WWE would get
They
two
wouldn't.
shits about
He
it.
tried to do it with the NFL, but then he couldn't. So then he went to UFC and said, "Okay, I can do UFC. I got me some records."
He's one of the very few good things they got going right now.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I was happy to see what happened to John Cena.
Yeah.
16.
Did you watch the last
16.
episode of 16?
16.
I was overjoyed when that happened.
Yeah, I bet you had a big ass party.
Oh yeah, I was happy.
It was like the countdown and stuff. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we went all the way to 16. Yeah.
I won't. Like, so you damn right, bitch. You're gonna give Brock whatever he wants.
Yeah, to kill off a monster you created that you
Yeah.
can't seem to kill
So you're like, what
yourself.
are they gonna do? Turn it down? Shit.
Because you know it's best for business, Vince.
Exactly.
Mm.
And folks, you can see all this and many more on the network for just
999.
Oh yeah, let me say something about this. This stupid shit I saw. These motherfuckers actually.
My wife is this close to shooting the TV when Triple H was doing that.
Oh my.
These motherfuckers actually
What'd they do?
on the WWE shop.com. They actually have a motherfucking $9.99 shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I went
They
on there.
mark it on
Somebody said on another podcast that they had. I'm like, ain't no way.
Are you
And I went
serious?
on WWEshop.com and they actually have a $9.99 shirt on that.
I cannot believe that this has become a catchphrase.
They have a 999
This is about as
shirt.
stupid as WWE making a Cena suck shirt.
Oh my god.
And yes, they actually
It'll sell.
They
They'll
did
make
a $9.99 shirt, and they also did a Stephanie ripping off Daniel Bryan shirt.
Oh my
But
god.
it's still
yeah, it's like,
still-
yes.
And I'm like, who in the blue hell's gonna buy that shirt?
A bunch of folks called employees,
No, they will buy it.
you know.
Stephanie has those
That's just
weird
fine.
mannerisms. She does the yes chant.
I mean, I just want to jump to the TV and punch JB on the face because he won't shut up about it.
Yeah.
Don't we all
And
want
then
to punch
that
JB on the
stupid
face?
commercial they got for it. What's it gonna cost? $9.99. You know.
God.
Can I punch you in the face for it?
You guys haven't seen that repeated video where they have Vince's face in the center of like a hypno thing, the hypno toad thing.
It's like, no, Karen.
It's like,
you can't punch me in the face, Karen.
Huh?
All for $9.99.
Bang.
I thought it was only supposed to be for like the whole 99 was supposed to last for like a few months, and then they were supposed to go to like
No,
later.
you have to do a 6-month commitment,
It's a 6-month commitment, so you're actually paying $60.
pretty much.
And unless you're gonna do like the monthly plan, which is like $20.
You know, that's why they keep jamming it in our ears because they know it's not making as much money as they thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Well, they picked the wrong time to do it.
Wrong time. It's such a great idea, but it's the wrong time.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to another
Imagine
topic.
how much
the
money
product
they lost
just
if they
isn't
kept
there.
trying to make it a channel.
The product's just not there.
Well, they already made it a channel in Canada, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna try to do it here in America, but that would probably fuck up their whole money.
I give that about 2 years before they do
Because-
it here.
You know, like we said
True.
before on the last show, if they stopped the whole putting the pay-per-views on there and having to go back to cable and satellite, they would be totally screwed. Because the satellite companies, especially since they lost Dish and DirecTV, will rip them off for what they did to them.
So they're not going to show Rumble and Mania on DirecTV.
I thought they pretty much said they weren't going to do any more WWE
I just
pay-per-views.
thought that was on a trial basis, like all the other pay-per-views except Rumble and Mania.
DirecTV is like.
Well, I don't know. You got
They're
DirecTV, so
pissed
you know
off.
more.
I got DirecTV. I'm just trying to make sure because that would suck. That's part of our tradition.
The tradition.
Yes, and I am not gonna try to watch this on my fucking iPad.
Dude, you got PS3. You can watch it there.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't want to. I'm already paranoid if I keep it on the PS3 that long, it's gonna short circuit or some shit. You know?
Good lord.
I get what? I mean, I'm just saying.
You're such a
It
scary
ain't like an
lord.
it ain't like an Xbox where it's a piece of crap and it's gonna destruct anyway. But all right, I'm sorry. I take that back. I apologize, Xbox people.
Hey, Pipe, this is what you do.
But
You go to the Radio Shack, you get your Chromecast for $35.
will you owe me $35?
Motherfucker, you got a job. Motherfucker, you got a job. I bought
What's your point?
my own.
Bitch, I just got you a bump y'all think?
All right, I tell you what. If they do not do it, you can use my Chromecast, okay? But you're gonna have to get the app on your thing to do it, cause for some reason, motherfucker Barnes and Noble's Nook can't fucking take a goddamn WWE app. Sons of bitches.
Wow.
I don't know. That means I have to find my wallet and spend $9.99 for it.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
All right, next topic. CM Punk is suing WWE. Attorneys for CM Punk reportedly sent a 22-page letter to WWE over royalties and the use of his likeness, especially him being featured in the upcoming WWE 2K15 video game. The belief is WWE stopped sending Punk royalty money over their claim that he breached his contract when he walked out on the company at the beginning of the year.
That's exactly what he did.
And so, now WWE took off all his T-shirts and everything Punk off the website, but I think he's still in the video game.
He still is.
And they're selling his Blu-ray for like $2.99.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, they said
yeah, they're selling the Blu-ray for $2.99.
I knew they were saying that they were selling it cheap, not that cheap.
They have to. They need money. They have to reduce the cost of, like, if he's getting royalties, they have to reduce that. If he still is going to get, they have to reduce the amount, the percentage he's going to get.
What type of contract did they say he breached?
Well, his contract.
He breached the contract.
He walked out.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like Austin. He walked out. He didn't finish his time.
Yeah, that's true. So
I'm not defending anything, but it's like that's exactly what happened, though. That's what he did.
Yeah, but I don't see what Punk has a right to stand on because he did walk out, and he's lucky that they don't sue him. Because WWE would be in the right to sue him.
Yeah, because this
is they can file, they can take action.
We talked about this on the show before that it was going to lead to this.
Well, we thought that they were going to sue him, but not him suing him.
I thought for sure they were going to sue him.
I don't know how he came to the conclusion they would have a case on this.
I mean, I would have straight up like, "Oh, you're gonna sue us? Okay, we're gonna sue you for breach of contract."
I mean, how far Punk does Punk think this is going to get?
I mean, he I don't know how far it is going to get because it seems like to be a waste of time. I'm like, dude, just let it go.
Well, WWE, I think.
I'm sorry, Punk. You ain't got a chance.
He may be trying to scare them because Del Rio recently beat them in a court decision. So it's kind of like, he's kind of.
Oh, man. Yeah, Del Rio.
Del Rio had a right to that.
Really got screwed over.
Yeah, he did. But they got beat. And he's probably. It's like they can't take another loss. Will they risk.
Fucked up how he did that to him.
Punk's looking at this like, will they risk battling me in court and spending more money?
I feel sorry for Del Rio, but I don't feel sorry for Ray. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for Ray.
Who? Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
They just need to let Ray go. He doesn't want to be there anymore.
Ray is tired. Ray needs to sit down and stop.
Yeah, but Ray did it to himself.
He did.
And the way that it made it seem like I don't feel sorry for this guy. This guy's getting.
Let him go to AAA with Conan and
what did Ray do?
And whatever.
Well, they somehow there's a clause in Ray's contract where WWE can add more terms to his contract.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of letting his contract run out, WWE said, "Well, since you were hurt for this long, you gotta stay with us for this much more time."
Yeah.
So
he's still paying you.
A lot of dates because he was injured.
Yeah. So like for the time that he was out, he still has to redo those times now on his contract.
So it shows they didn't get out of you.
I mean, there's bad blood when this dude ain't even cashing the checks anymore.
Yeah, he went on AAA and.
How pissed off are you that you don't cash the checks?
Pretty is.
Okay, so yeah, they just need to go ahead and let Ray go. Del Rio, I understood that didn't he punch somebody?
Yeah, he punched out one of the people working Twitter.
Because they
social network, because they made a racial comment to him.
I would have punched somebody else.
The whole thing was
they say he should be washing
dishes
the social because he's Mexican.
Head of the dirty Twitter or whatever, and he's saying some guy told him he need to clean his plate. He said that was Del Rio's job.
Yeah, and basically Del Rio just,
which is kind of fucked up since Michael P.S. Hayes made a racial comment to
Yeah,
Mark
one thing
Henry,
led
he
to
still
another.
keep his
He
job.
punched him in the face.
Yeah,
That's because Mark Henry probably didn't punch him.
Yeah, Mark
true,
Henry.
but
And then, but the
still.
thing is, the guy is very close with Stephanie, and then he threatened to sue. So it
And
almost
also-
seems like this was a cop out. Like this was some kind of
But the thing is,
plan to get rid of Del Rio.
with Punk though, Punk has really, because he did breach his contract. He didn't fulfill the rest of his contract. He just straight up walked out.
Yeah.
And he's trying to sue WWE to get all his royalties, get his likeness removed, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you can't get your royalties, you can't get your likeness removed because of the fact you left us. You walked out. You had how many months to his contract? About 6 months.
About 3 or 4.
Just
He only
about.
had a little ways to
Because
go.
he had, like, I think, was it July that his contract
Yeah,
ran
I
out?
feel like that was the rumor. It was
Is
gonna
July
go
or
for
June?
July.
It was July or June that expired.
I believe it was July.
See, if he would have just waited,
And also, do you think that probably is the reason why AJ lost the title at SummerSlam? Because they were all
I
like,
think it was a
people
push.
were like bashing on Paige about her first title run, and it's kind of
I know the
surprising
real
that they
punishment
gave her
was
the title
real-
back so soon.
It was
I know
probably a
the real
tug of
punishment
war.
enough was when how Paige beat her the first time.
It was a creative tug of war.
I
Half.
thought that was the real punishment right there, embarrassment. But then to have her lose again like that, I don't know. Probably.
I mean, it's probably his punishment, really.
Yeah, it's
I
like
definitely
okay.
see her quitting.
Because I'm like, dude,
At least waiting till her contract's done and doing it.
yeah, just don't renew your contract. AJ, just don't renew your contract. Leave. Just when
Yes,
it goes out, leave.
Yes, AJ, let your husband be a cautionary tale.
Because even if he sues and WWE countersues, chances are because he breached his contract, WWE will win.
They
Yeah,
will
No
because
chance of a settlement at all, huh?
probably not. No.
Unless he's agreed to come back.
Yeah, there'll be a settlement if he agrees to come
But
back.
I doubt Punk would do that so soon because they were fucking jobbing to hell and back.
Oh
They-
yeah.
they-
He'll be jobbing not just the.
I mean,
He'll
you
be
thought what they
jobbing
did to
folks like-
Triple H was bad.
Oh,
They'll
yeah,
do
he'll
10
be
times
jobbing to
worse.
folks like Tyler Breeze,
Look
like
at,
Heath Slater, Titus
look what's
O'Neil.
happening to Sandown, like freaking Cesaro. They are
We're
just.
gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
What did they do? Okay, let's keep on going because I want
Yeah.
to figure out what
All
they
right.
did.
I want to get into this.
Alright.
All right. Let me get to this thing right quick. All right. Let's talk about this. There's an article here I'm gonna read, and it's about Hogan saying that he is bigger star than Austin.
Oh God, thank you for getting into this.
Okay, just give us the rundown. Let's not read the whole thing. Let's give us the rundown.
Okay. The comment is on Steve Austin's comment that he's bigger legend than Hogan. I think that's in his own mind. My career was twice as long as his. I've been a main eventer since 1978 when we sold out Shea Stadium. I just totally disagree with him. I know he had a good run when he was in the Attitude Era. I don't know how long the Attitude Era was. 4 years, 8 years. I don't know how long it was.
He knows how long it was.
That's where we totally disagree. Maybe he and I should lock up and figure this thing out. This would be a nice
If
match.
you just want to wrestle Stone Cold, just do it.
Yeah, he had his chance, but I think because of him having creative control, that was the main reason why it didn't happen. I say to a certain extent, Hogan is right, and it hurts me to say that. He
Really,
is.
is it hurting you deep in your soul? And
Yes,
your
because I
heart?
am a Austin Mark, and I hate to say it, but he is right.
What, you think he's the bigger star?
Well, look at it this way: if it wasn't for Hogan, wrestling wouldn't have been as big as it is back when he started, and it wouldn't be as big as it was during the Attitude Era.
That'd be fair if it wasn't for Stone Cold.
And plus,
maybe owned
if
by,
it was-
maybe owned by WCW right now.
That's what I was going to say. And plus, if it wasn't for him going to Hollywood, there wouldn't be an Austin. And it wouldn't be a reason for Austin wouldn't been able to have the platform that he had to start the Attitude Era.
I guess also the Attitude Era, it was more of a team effort. Like it was Stone Cold, but it was also Rock and DX and Mankind. You know, Hardy's. You know, they all played a part. But at that time, back in the day, it really was Hogan, and you know. When you look back, was his matches really that great?
Here's the thing: it wasn't like you have to separate
were they really
the two.
that good of matches?
You have to separate the two. Hulk Hogan's matches were bland at best. What made them watchable during that time was the fact that he was Hulk Hogan. He made us all believe.
Theatrics.
It made us believe. Like, it's just the same thing with anybody. You talk about body of work and why this person's successful. They may not be the best worker. In fact, Hogan may actually be around the bottom middle of like the worst workers. Hogan,
worst worker, great sports entertainer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can be a terrible worker. Like, at the beginning of a lot of people don't like to remember this, but at the beginning of The Rock's career, The Rock was a terrible worker. The Rock was awful in the ring.
Bad.
Like, The Rock, the thing that got The Rock over was the fact that he was just a great performer. But
when they finally gave him the mic,
but then, like, what I personally like about The Rock, though, is that over the time they did start pushing him, he put a ton of effort in becoming better in the ring. And man, did he ever The Rock did become a way better worker. Like, The Rock, during the Attitude Era, The Rock just got better and better and better in the ring. His timing, he mastered timing, and he just became the master. Like, he could wrestle, he could talk, he could do it all. But in the beginning, all he had was the talk. A lot of people like to remember that about The Rock. Hogan had the talk. Hogan could get in there and moderately work anybody. And I think what made Hogan, I think if you want to see some of Hogan's best worked matches by his own ability, you need to watch his early Japan stuff. Hogan can work. Hogan could work, rather. Hogan used to could work. And if you watch him wrestle some of those guys in Japan, that was his best wrestling you'll ever see from Hulk Hogan. Other than that, his American stuff is all show. I mean, it's all a bunch of show.
Yeah, I think somebody said that one time that most of his Japanese stuff was better.
It was legit.
He knew he couldn't pull the same shit that he pulled here in America.
Yeah, and the one thing about it, no matter if it's that environment where he has to wrestle, whatever, Hogan can deliver. Like, during that time, Hogan could deliver. Like, he would do it because he himself believed in this whole facade of being the American hero. He himself believed it at that point. He was making money. He really thought highly of himself, and yeah, that probably led to the way he treated everybody else and how he kind of, but still though. Yeah, it turns you into that. And like I said, but ultimately you look at a guy like Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan did do everything Big D said, and it's like that's what it is, man. He is what he is. Yes, he's a bigger he's a bigger star than Austin for if you look at the total timeline, but for a good chunk of the time within that timeline, Austin overtook him and everybody else in the world. Like, Austin was number one for quite a while, and some fans are Austin marks, and they like the entire half of backyard wrestling's history is based on Stone Cold Steve Austin. How many backyard wrestlers have you seen who've never done a Stone Cold Stunner? None. Everybody's done it. It's one of the most mark out moves in history. Who hasn't done the Anaconda Vice or the Cobra Clutch? Who hasn't done it? It's the move of moves. But yeah,
Jerry, you want to add something to this?
Nope.
Probably.
Or the $1 Million Dream, or the freaking.
You know what? Let's just say it. They're both great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both contributed to this business so wonderful.
Well.
And we can see many of their matches. Never mind. I was gonna do it one more time, but
Let me get into this one a little quick. There was rumors that Warner Bros. Was in talks of buying the WWE tape library.
I want to know where that came from.
What?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, there was a rumor going around that the wiretap that Warner Bros. Was in talks with WWE to acquire the company's full tape library. The site has spoken with two people with knowledge of the negotiations. saying that the deal will include the full library, which includes nearly 150,000 hours of content. That includes TV shows, pay-per-views, house shows, going far back as the 50s, as well as a large selection of visual history of modern professional wrestling. I call bullshit. Ain't no way in hell this is gonna sell out.
There's no way.
The only way I see this happening is if the network is a complete failure.
Yeah. That's a last ditch effort.
That's
Yeah,
just
it's the
last
last
ditch
ditch.
effort.
Mm.
I
save
do not
it.
see that happening. Unless the network is a complete failure and there's nothing you can do about it.
You know what we call this whole thing? We call this making prep for a golden parachute for Vince McMahon. That's a golden parachute. You sell off to somebody who can actually pay for it, so you won't end up bottomed out.
Yeah.
Isn't that what WCW did? And look what happened to them.
Yeah, true that. That golden parachute had holes in it though. It
Well,
wasn't properly prepped.
Well, for the wrestlers, but not for Ted Turner.
Oh, Ted just sprinkling fertilizer on the soil. Ted Turner was not embedded in that company. Ted Turner took no damage from that whatsoever.
Ted Turner's a crazy man.
Yeah, but there's a method to the madness with
Yeah.
Ted Turner.
Yeah.
Ted Turner ain't broke. What do they call it?
No.
Well, I just thought we'd bring it up a little bit. All right. Does anybody want to know the full content listing for the WWE's the Randy Savage Story DVD and Blu-ray set?
What? Okay, what's in it?
Yeah.
Read off
Okay.
of some of this.
Here's the full content listing for the Randy Savage Story DVD Blu-ray set, which is set for a November 18th release date. This one, the documentary, Driven to Perfection, Breed to Achieve, Baseball Days, Transition into Wrestling, Developing the Macho Man, Earning a Reputation, WrestleMania 3, WWE Champion, Mega Powers, Randy and Liz, Spokesperson, WCW, Hardships, Giving Back, True Love, May 20th, 2011, Cream of the Crop. Or as Macho Man was, the cream of the crop.
There you go.
And this too, the IC match, Savage versus the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Superstars, November 22nd, 1986. Lumberjack match for the Intercontinental Championship, Randy Savage versus Bruno Sammartino, Boston Garden, February 7th, 1987. IC match, damn, a lot of IC matches on here. Savage versus Steamboat, Maple Leaf Gardens, February 15th, 1987. Savage versus the King Harley Race, Philadelphia, PA, September 18th, 1987.
I saw that match.
6-man tag team steel cage, Savage, Strike Force versus Honky Tonk Man and the Hart Foundation, Boston Garden,
Never
March
saw that.
5, 1988. The WWE WWE. WWF Championship match. Savage versus Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, Boston Garden, July
That's a lot of
9th,
stuff.
1988.
Yeah.
Harlem Street Fight for the WWF Championship. Randy Savage versus Bad News Brown.
I gotta see that one.
Hamilton, Ontario, January 16, 1989. WWF Championship match. Hogan versus Macho Man. Randy Savage, Madison Square Garden, April 24th, 1989. This 3.
Are you getting some water after this?
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. Go ahead.
Savage versus Piper, Miami, Florida, January 22nd, 1990. WWF Championship match, Savage versus Michaels, Germany, Munich, Germany, April 14, 1992. WWE Championship match, Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior, SummerSlam, August 31st, 1992. WWF Championship match, Flair versus Savage, Primetime Wrestling, September 14, 1992. WCW Television Championship match, Savage versus Arn Anderson. That should be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
WCW Saturday Night, January 28, 1995. Steel Cage match for the WCW Championship. Him and Flair again. Super Brawl
Flair was good.
6, February 11, 1996. Las Vegas Sudden Death Match, Savage versus Diamond Dallas Page. Halloween Havoc, October 26, 1997.
Oh my god.
I think that was a good one.
That was good.
And here's the Blu-ray extras. Lumberjack match for the WWF Championship. Hogan versus Savage, Madison Square Garden, February 17, 1986. Winner is the King of WWE. Savage versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Madison Square Garden, October 28th, 89. Savage and Sting versus the Blue Buds, Lord Stephen Regal and Earl Robert Eaton. WCW Saturday Night, September 9th, 1995. Savage versus Booker T, Nitro, December 15, 1997.
Ooh.
And exclusive stories, Card Shark, Fearing the Savage, Getting into WWE, Snake Fix, Safety Net, $100 Billy Guy, High Competitive, No Days Off, Cowboy Hats, part of the team, Shifting Gears, Very Generous, Thanksgiving Call, Walking Away, Macho Tip, and pretty much more.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of stuff.
Sounds like a good DVD.
That is a lot of stuff.
Sounds really good.
You'll be in the mirror
Yeah,
doing
I'm
Macho
gonna
Man
buy.
impressions after that DVD. You'll be
You know, it's not what we're buying for the younger generation a great history lesson.
very much so.
Okay. Let's get
Speaking of
it.
which, anybody seen the Paul Heyman one yet?
No,
I wanna buy that.
We're gonna try. I'm gonna try to get it for next
I'm gonna
for
buy
the
that on
next show.
Wednesday.
So, but been hearing good things about it.
They say it's
Yeah,
really
I've
good.
heard it's amazing, especially
Oh,
on the ECW stuff.
and oh my god, the whole thing with Steph, they're gonna be fucking
Oh, it's gonna be
pissed,
great.
pissing
That's
people off.
what everybody wants to see.
I love the story about how he got fired. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to this. For the past few weeks since SummerSlam, since the last time we had a show, Raw has been pretty much sucking.
Mm.
With a very few tiny highlights.
You care to name them?
When the NXT guy showed up.
Well, that's one.
You know. Crap. Okay, wait. No,
Paul Heyman.
I know there's
A bunch
might
of
be two more in me.
bunch
Whenever Paul Heyman gets the mic.
Paul Heyman's been great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know there's one more. Well, I am very entertained whenever Paige skips.
I think we're all entertained when Paige skips,
So there you go. That's all I got.
and when she always make up with Paige.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn you WWE!
So,
Damn you WWE and your PG bullshit.
Damn you,
and
WWE
poor
and your
Jerry
non-wrestling
Springer
shit right
hurt his
now.
ankle. Or looking like he hurt his ankle.
I think we all can pretty much say that the whole Bella bullshit is
Bullshit.
It's a disaster.
real. Is that it was
I'm
good?
sure.
It was good
I'd rather
until
watch it. Teen Mom than the Bellas with mics on that show.
Thank you.
God damn.
I know, that's that bad. I'd rather watch
Which
Teen
one?
Mom
Which
get pregnant
one?
than that
Which
shitty looking Teen Wolf show that missed.
which one?
What?
Which Teen Mom?
No, I mean, I would rather watch the show.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know
said he'd
what-
rather
I
watch
don't
Teen
care which
Mom than watch what the fuck that went down.
Yeah. I'd
And
rather watch the show Teen Mom than this Bella
oh,
storyline.
speaking
I'm
of
almost at the point of saying I'd rather watch Love and Hip Hop instead of the Bella storyline.
Oh, dear God.
damn
Oh
it.
God.
See what I mean? It's that bad. I'm almost at the Real Housewives part where I want to be like, fuck this Bella storyline. I'd rather watch these dumb heifers talk about whatever.
Ugh, good lord.
Please
I'm
come
not-
back, Daniel Bryan.
But let's talk about this since it has something to do with the Bella story. The whole, I mean, you pretty much got to know that WWE is struggling when they fucking made this whole big deal about Michael Sam. And for
Oh,
most
yeah.
of you that aren't into football, Michael Sam is this. Well, he was a college football player that got drafted by the St. Louis Rams, and he's openly gay.
Mhm.
And he was with the Rams until they cut him before the season start. And for some crazy reason, WWE thought it would be a good idea to promote him coming to Raw. And they were so desperate that they had a letter from Stephanie on the WWE website asking this dude to come to Raw to air his grievances with the NFL.
The NFL's been shit lately, so.
They
Well,
want
but here's the
controversy
thing.
bad.
The dude got a call from the Cowboys and was picked up by the Cowboys to be on their practice squad, I think that Tuesday or that Wednesday. And WWE scrambled to take everything that they had up on their website down. But they did put something back up congratulating him for getting on the roster with the Cowboys and offer him to come to Raw. But, you know, he didn't show, which makes sense because he probably would have got in trouble with the NFL, or he probably would have been looked bad with the other teams that he did that. And it just goes to show you how stupid this shit was, which was so bad that they even, instead of, since they couldn't get him, they went and got Jerry Springer to do the whole Springer segment with the Bella Twins.
Okay, here's the thing. There would have been a guillotine waiting for the NFL would have had a guillotine waiting for him when he got back from Raw. I promise you.
No, he wouldn't have gotten picked up by any other.
No, I'm talking about his total associate. I'm talking. He would have been cut off. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a guillotine waiting on you. He would have been
whatever.
cut off.
I don't much care for the NFL and their stupid shit right now.
It's not
Let me
good.
guess, the whole Rice thing.
Yeah, that's been getting everybody.
I mean, okay, let's first start with the wrestling. Bit with Jerry Springer and the Bella Twins, which is
What, you don't want to get it?
It's like this. You just got to face the facts. No matter what you do, you're never going to beat Monday Night Football.
yeah, that's
No
true.
matter what crazy thing you can't even beat Love and Hip Hop at this point. You are getting killed by freaking Kardashians, American Pickers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If Jerry Springer trying to bring in Michael Sam ain't gonna help you.
Yeah.
That was lame.
That was a stupid
What?
idea.
The whole thing with Springer. How the hell did he
I
get
mean,
hurt?
This ain't working for you.
Can somebody please explain to me how the hell did he get hurt? I'm pretty sure Nikki Bella and Brie Bella and Stephanie combined aren't that heavy to hurt that motherfucker.
I think the way he landed, though.
Unless grabbing Stephanie's ass or grabbing Nikki Bella's tits made him have a heart attack or some shit like that. That would be understandable.
Jerry has been in squabbles enough to where I know he's.
No, he hasn't. He has a security guard. He never once ever had one.
No, he's been in a couple.
No,
Watch the episode. Yes, no, he's been in there. He's gotten it there for a few seconds. It's happened.
And also, if you want to bring somebody that's relevant to a talk show, bring Dr. Phil or get one of those guys dressed up as Dr. Hell, get the dude from who did Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil would do that shit.
I was about to say if you couldn't get Dr. Phil, get I'm trying to figure that Saturday Night Live guy that did Dr. Phil.
Oh, the guy.
They could have got to do him. Or get an impersonator. That's what they did with Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump.
And Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton.
You know. I mean, it's.
And then it would have been like, you're not Phil. Clap, 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 clap. You're not Phil.
What?
I mean, they could have gotten that fake psychiatrist that they had for,
So it with Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they could have brought him to sort it out.
They
But the
could've.
thing is, that whole segment with the whole thing with Stephanie and the Bella Twins is just.
It was good at one point.
At one point, it was
but
good.
then when it fell off when they tried to copy TNA's Claire Lynch storyline with the whole personal trainer.
Got good was seeing Stephanie nail that pedigree.
Yeah, and then it fell off when they did that whole storyline with the trainer.
That whole attack on the desk was excellent. I mean, the cells there were awesome in that scene.
And then Nikki coming out saying that she died in the room and she didn't like her and all that. Just overkill.
Nikki, just shut up. Bella Twins, go do your respective.
The thing that got I've been trying to bring this up for a day, and I know we had to wait till we got this topic. But the thing that threw me off, on Mondays I have to watch Raw like later in the week because on Mondays I work. But one Monday I was off, and I decided to watch Monday Night Raw. I tune in and I watch Monday Night Raw up to the point to when they start doing the Bella storyline, and I sit there, and for what was an entire segment of the show, including a commercial break and coming back, I watched a 3-act play being performed in a ring used as a stage, involving there was Stephanie McMahon, there was the Bellas, then all of a sudden like it plays off and AJ comes out there, then here comes nothing was done in that whole time period.
I remember his
no
post.
action, nothing was done.
I remember
It
his
was
post.
all talking on the microphone until finally at the end of it, to end this play. At the climax of this play, Stephanie McMahon pressures AJ into giving her the title back, and that was the end of it. It was like the end of a damn Merry Melodies cartoon. I mean, my God, it was awful. I'm watching what's supposed to be a sports entertainment / wrestling show, and I just watched the 3-act play. What the hell was that?
It really gets down to when it was right around that time where lately, instead of this, I'll usually me and my wife usually watch it in the living room, but nowadays I'll go in the bedroom and watch it on TV because she wants to watch Dallas on TNT.
Oh my God.
And it's so funny, whenever it's that hour, that's when all the crappy stuff with the Bellas comes on. And she'll be like, did I miss anything? And I'll be like, no.
No.
Your wife watches Dallas.
She likes Dallas, yeah.
It's actually a pretty good show. It's
She
actually.
likes, so... that
It's
kinda-
always been a good show, though. Seriously.
so
I don't know how good it's gonna be with
now
not jail.
I wonder
Yeah,
if she'll be willing to watch
shocking.
Teen Titans with me when it's on TNT.
But yes, yeah. Raw, you're disappointing.
But like I said, I give Raw that small bonus point, like I mentioned earlier, of bringing in the NXT guys. 'Cause
Yeah, that
the
was
highlight
good.
of that episode.
I got something to say about NXT, but later.
And like, it was great seeing...
Go ahead.
It was great seeing Adrian Neville, Sammy, Tyler Breeze. God damn, I don't even remember the last time I saw Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, well, with the...
And it was a spotty match. There were some spots, but, just seeing Adrian Neville do that finisher was beautiful.
He almost missed though.
He did.
He almost. Oh yeah, there's one thing I gotta talk about. Seth Rollins really need to watch where he's going, cause that dude almost got pierced by
Yeah,
a
I
damn
saw the
cage.
video. He almost got skewered. Did you see this? He almost gets skewered by the cage.
Oh my God.
He's crawling into the ring, over the pole. Here comes the spike down, like in those Mario video games.
I never seen that they had spikes on the cage.
Yeah, that's
They
the
have,
attach.
attachments to it. Yeah, they need to watch where they're going.
Yeah, at least, look before you go.
I mean, this was a long spike. I'm telling you,
I
this
know
like...
I know you're a daredevil, but your ass ain't daredevil,
Like, your ass. This ain't a video game. You do not have extra lives.
Oh.
No, you don't. Speaking of NXT, I happened to catch up with everything involving, let's just say Funaki's.
Oh, I know. I was gonna ask you.
What's up?
I don't know if you're gonna talk about the same thing about NXT, but I was gonna ask you one thing.
Go for it.
Do you hate the name change?
For those of you who don't know, during the NXT Takeover 2 Electric Boogaloo,
Damn, you went out there. Beautiful.
Nice.
they changed Kenta's name to what's it called?
Hideo Itami.
You had the floor.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
number one, here's another thing. It's not so much the name change that affects me as much. It's an okay name. As long as Kenta public, if they show the footage of Kenta coming out as Kenta and saying that he's changing his name to you will call me this, that I would have no problem with it.
It's
But-
a fun name to find on Twitter.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The thing that got me is during his matches. The thing that pisses me off is the commentators. It pisses me off knowing what they say on commentary about him.
You mean on NXT?
Yes,
What you expect?
they have no clue who he is.
Of course they don't. The
It's-
only person that probably would.
It's stupid.
The only person that probably would have been Regal, but Regal's the general manager now.
I have to make a case against this.
Regal would probably, if Regal was still on the announcement table, he would have been the only one that knew.
I know, but that's why I'm making a point. NXT claims that they are the best wrestling, and yes, they are. But see, that's the thing.
Well, compared
Everybody,
to SmackDown,
yeah,
Raw,
yeah,
and
yeah,
TNA,
yeah.
right?
But here's the thing. It's not just, to me at least, the way I look at it, the way I perceive what the business should be. Even if it's sports entertainment purely, here's my thing. If you are in this business and they put you on a commentary position, I feel like they treat it like a journalist position. They really do. Like, I tried to apply to one of these jobs for it. It's like you have to have a journalism background. Well, as a journalist, you have to do research on what you're talking about. If you're going to sit there and commentate a match between somebody who came over from Japan and all you have to say is he was one of the biggest stars to come out of Japan, that's all you say the whole match, and then you talk about him like he's some kind of rookie. Here's the thing. It doesn't take... I'm not the hardest core Japanese wrestling fan. I'm going to be honest about that. But I do know... But one thing I do know...
Go back.
Okay, rewind.
What did you say? About Japanese? What did you say?
He's not the hardest core Japanese wrestler.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
No,
That's
that's
bullshit.
not bullshit.
That
You
is
can't-
bullshit.
You can't call bullshit
That
on
is
that.
bullshit.
You cannot call
That is
bullshit on that.
bullshit.
You cannot call bullshit on
Of
that.
all the Japanese stuff that you have and we have been through when we
I'm talking in comparison
Nah,
to like
man,
the true Japanese fans. But no. Let me put this down though. Let me finish this, man. It's not the fact that, in all seriousness, it's not the fact that here's the thing. One thing, if you're
This
gonna
is
be,
the same guy that keep talking about King of Coliseum all the damn time where we was playing.
I know I am a Japanese wrestling fan. I love it. But like,
You know more than we do.
I wouldn't say I'm a super fan. If I was a super fan, I'd be collecting the shit. But here's my thing. Here's my thing about all of this, and this is in all seriousness. If you're going, I don't care if they hear this. I don't care who hears this. But I thought that the commentary was total crap. The reason why is because of this. On a professional level, if you're in a position where you're judged as a journalist and you're supposed to get on there and commentate a match and you're selling the product, you're trying to get the product over, the fans are out there in the audience in full support of this guy, even taking the courtesy to chant his real name, even though they began like chanting him as Kenta, they began to take to the name and began to chant the name. I mean, they chanted through the whole match. If you watch these matches, they love him. Okay. All you have to say on commentary in response to this is that he's one of the biggest stars out of Japan, and this kid is going to go far, and he's going to learn something from like, I mean, you don't talk like it. Here's the thing, Kenta is a former Global Honored Crown winner. He was the only champion to have had like up to 8 to 10 defenses within 1 year, which he lost on the 10th defense, but nobody's done that. He's been wrestling since 2000. He's not a rookie. He's wrestled everywhere. He's won tournaments.
WWE's as he is.
Yeah, and that's understandable. They did say that on commentary that this is, they were saying like, it doesn't matter. This is where what you do really matters. He said they literally said that as like bold of a statement as that is, like it's true because all the money is here, and all supposedly. I mean, nowadays you couldn't really argue that because WWE's doing so poorly, but they do have the most money and the most connections. But yeah, what you do in WWE matters, and yeah, they repackage you and you have to take it. I mean, it's fine. I wish him success. I hope he makes it. But it's just, to me, as a commentator in a forum like that, and where you are allowed to talk, where they did talk about his time in Japan and the promotions he wrestled for, you need to really know what you're talking about if you're going to go that route. That's my problem with it. It's just off general. It's like literally, it's really off general. It's like I hate that. I hate that about it, and that was my biggest problem.
Damn. What is NXT? That's where they have the developmental. Of course, they're not gonna know who Kenta is. Like I said,
And they probably do know who he is. It is
Pike,
don't care.
Pike, who's on there? I know Renee Young is on there.
Okay.
Who else is on there as commentators? I know it's
I don't know.
it's been
Wasn't Renee Young one of them?
yeah, she is, and some guy
She is,
I can't
She
remember
is.
the
She
guy's
was the one who
name.
commentated.
But like I said, of course these guys ain't gonna
Oh,
know
I
who
wasn't
he
in
is.
matches.
The
I
only person,
watched
if he
it
was
on
still on there, would have been
YouTube.
Regal, and that's why Regal was best on there because he knew what the fuck he was
A lot
talking
of the
about.
NXT matches, I watch it on mute because the commentators do sound like idiots.
They are idiots.
I mean, it doesn't take, much to, like,
Just look on freaking Wikipedia.
Yeah, because if Michael Cole can have his damn laptop and cell phone right there, they could sit there and like, who's that?
They
Okay,
could-
this is his thing. La 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 la. Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't
But
take
the
a.
difference is Michael Cole gets fed by Vince McMahon.
Yeah, the NXT
Most of the stuff, most 95% of anything that come out Michael Cole's mouth came from Vince McMahon.
And that's the good thing about NXT. It's a learning. That's what's great about NXT. It's a learning process.
Yes.
You know, they're going to develop. They're going to learn more about him, and then they'll rightfully. They're not going to. I knew they weren't going to nail off the spot with him. It's going to take some time. You know, and that's why Hideo is willing to play ball with it. You know, he gets.
Yeah, they would never
you
like
know?
me as commentators. Like, yeah, this name is actually, but they repackage. This is what they do here, and just keep on going.
Hideo, I mean, I don't have, like I said, the name is not the problem with me. It's just the way. I watched this interview he had with Funaki where they had Funaki as a translator. He's really working on his English. I like that. He's really trying to get it. And he even did the Kaientai thing, which I liked at the beginning of the Kaientai song, which I thought was hilarious.
I don't think he'll last that long in WWE. Though.
I just don't know.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I don't think he's going
I
to
can see him
last.
getting a good run. I don't know about world champ.
Depends on who they put him against.
It's just if WWE wants to make that transformation, which they don't. They've proven
Because
time and time again.
because if they got rid of Yoshi, I mean, I see they're gonna get rid of him.
They trashed Yoshi.
Yoshi did.
They trashed Yoshi. They just got rid of
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Way more over than he did, but it's going to depend, you know. 9 times out of 10, he'll probably quit, but, you know, you always got to have that hope that maybe it'll be great storylines, great feuds, great matches, you know, you just got to hope. But he's hanging in there, so props to him. You know, I know he's some of the stupidest shit he's ever seen, but he's playing ball.
Yeah, he's probably witnessing some of the stuff that, I mean, all the wrestlers have said that once you go to WWE, it's just like the political environment is something that nobody's used to. I mean, you know,
Like times change, young man.
that stuff is crazy. But I hope he does well. I really hope he does well.
Here's another thing, right quick. We can cut the show, but I noticed one thing we have not yet talked about on this show in terms of NXT. It's like, how do we feel that Kevin Steen is there now?
Oh yeah, he did go. I forgot he showed. I forgot he came.
Mhm.
We don't know.
We don't know about that yet. Give us some time.
Optimistic. I'm optimistic about him, Hideo, and that Prince Deviant guy.
Oh yeah, that's another character that I'm scared for.
Okay, before we get into our predictions, since this is today is the Night of Champions pay-per-view, we do our predictions. I think everybody was right except for the Dolph Ziggler win the IC title, Paige win the Divas title back, and we got one more that I think everybody was wrong about. I think y'all two were wrong about Brie winning, and I was right about Stephanie. Or whatever. But
Let's go.
sad news. Roman Reigns is out due to an injury. He had to have surgery.
You have a hernia? Something like that?
Yeah, it was a hernia.
Yeah, he got it was a lacerated hernia that had to get rushed to the emergency room, and the good news is that it was a success. So
Yeah, he was in Nashville, Tennessee. And now WWE is probably trying to figure out what they're going to do. Some rumors saying that they're probably going to bring back Dean Ambrose early to face Seth Rollins, which really throws a wrench in WWE's part because now they don't have Daniel Bryan and they don't have Roman Reigns. It's a curse, I tell you.
that man is so crazy.
So we're probably gonna be stuck with Cena for a while longer.
It depends. I think it's all going to depend how the night goes.
Okay. And with that said, let's get into our predictions.
Right quick, isn't it great that Christian's coming back tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's coming back. I didn't even know he left.
Christian, at last. No, I'm listening.
It's just great that he's going to do the peep show. That's great.
Oh
What
Yeah,
else is
Red Lake's
doing?
going to do the peep show on the pre-show.
Last time I remember, he got another concussion. I mean, he got injured again.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was another concussion. And then when he got better, they didn't know what to do with him. So,
You know, I hate to say it, but for
don't say fire him.
no, for wrestlers like him and Ray, they might as well go ahead and put them in a training position, as a mentor position.
I don't know if WWE would do that with Christian since I don't think WWE. I mean, I don't think Vince. I don't think Vince is a fan of Christian.
Well, I don't care what Vince wants. That's what the fans
Maybe an
want.
agent job. You don't think they'll have him as an agent?
Maybe, but then they get rid of Steamboat.
Yeah, that was so wrong.
Or you could try him commentating. I'm sure he'd be a
Anyways, let's
great
go to
I'm sure he'd be a great NXT commentator.
He could be.
Maybe Edge.
Hmm.
But I don't think Edge would leave Bell
Or
Phoenix.
maybe
No, Edge
maybe
is too busy doing
maybe
his
Edge
TV
give him a
movie
job on
thing.
his sci-fi
Yeah.
show.
He's doing that.
And he's actually damn good as his character, Dwight
He's a good
He's
actor.
the only reason I watch it.
What's the show again?
Haven.
Heyman, yeah.
I probably watched it on Netflix.
Okay, so
All right.
first match. Ow.
Thank you. Love the haircut.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First match. Singles match. Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. I think we all know Orton's gonna win this bullshit. Because Jericho got to leave do his Fozzy tours.
Yeah.
He probably won't be back till WrestleMania.
I think Jericho's leaving anyway to go to tour with Fozzy.
That's what we said.
Didn't hear it, but yeah, it's probably gonna be Orton.
Plus he got,
I can't wait for Jericho's book, by the way. So
and plus he got to get back his win from Reigns.
Okay.
All right, second match, tag team title match.
Orton. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, we said Orton.
Everybody say Orton.
Okay.
Tag team title match: Usos versus Goldust and Stardust.
After seeing that last
It's
thing
a
happen on
damn
Raw,
shame the Wyatt family never won those belts.
I'm gonna call them Golden Star from now on.
You know, they totally deserve those belts. And I like Usos. I do. But it's time to go. It's time for them to lose them. So I think if you're not going to give it the Wyatt family, might as well give it to Stardust and Goldust tonight.
Let's call them I call them the Golden Brothers from now at
the
this
Gold
point.
Stars, the Gold Stars.
Actually,
Like Fancy calls them the Dust Bros.
I mean, they've grown on me.
Yeah.
Goldust and Stardust, they've grown on me. I'd rather see the Usos lose to them. Like you said, if they're not going to give it to the Wyatts, might as well go ahead and give it to them. Might as well lose to them.
I'm very proud of Cody Rhodes. He's totally played around with this. I'm very proud of him.
He's embracing it and he's having fun. If you don't have fun with,
he deserves to be where he is, and he stood by done 20 different transformations now, so he deserves this. Him and his brother Goldust just has been incredible.
Well, Goldust was pretty much better as a heel anyway. So
Yeah, I mean the way Goldust has just been doing all, I mean, so fantastic. So.
I always wanted to be, Gold. Like when I was growing up, when I first saw Goldust, I wanted to be his valet, known as
You
Sparkling
wanted to be
Diamond.
Marlene.
Nice. Sparkling diamond.
And I was going to be the heel, and I get, through sparkles and the opponent's eyes when they weren't looking.
Yeah, that would be a Goldust thing back in
It's
that
like-
time.
walk
Oh,
away.
you could totally rock that.
Hey, you could have did that one. That would have been interesting. That would have been good.
Yeah. Everyone else?
I'm gonna go with the Gold Star.
Yeah. The Gold Stars, yeah. We're gonna go with them.
All right, take it or leave it. Mark Henry versus Rusev.
Okay, I to high heaven. Oh my God.
They're really trying to make this match so important.
It's over, Vince. The Cold War is over, Vince. It's over, Vince. It's done.
Of course, in Vince's mind, it's not.
The war is over, Vince.
Well,
I mean, it's like I do believe
it's not about
Russia
the
is
war.
gonna
It's just
lose
that
at some
nobody
point.
gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit
I mean,
about us hating Russia.
I-
Nobody gives a shit about Putin trying to call
I-
Obama a pussy.
Nobody
Nobody
I
cares.
do
gives a shit.
believe.
I mean, if this was a
Russia
country that
will
cared,
lose
people would care about
some
the
points
match.
this year, but it's not going to be tonight. So I'm saying Russia.
Okay, what were you finna say?
If this was a country that actually really cared, then there would be much more to the match. But this country don't give a damn.
Let's be honest. The only reason anybody gives two shits about this match is Lana.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
reason anybody's
That's
gonna
pretty
watch.
much it.
That's the only reason anybody's gonna watch this.
I would love to root for Mark Henry. I would love to root, but we all know Vince. He don't like black people.
Yeah, it's kind of like Vincy.
He's going to still body slam his ass. Body slam his ass so hard.
What's Kanye West when you really need him?
He's gonna
Yeah.
make him
I'll be your con. Vince don't like black people. There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because I'm not gonna
He's
say
getting
what
hands off.
I'm not gonna say what is in my head.
Taking his
No,
hands off. Yeah.
You know
That's just-
what?
I'm not gonna say what's in my head. No.
In
Oh,
your
man.
head, in your
Oh my
head.
gosh, he's really doing
All right, Matt.
What was that?
Right ass heard that.
It's zombie, man.
Never
Oh,
mind.
man. Good, great.
Oh yeah. Also, next match, Triple Threat. God damn it. Divas Championship. Paige, AJ, and Nikki freaking Bella.
Nikki shouldn't even be in
God
this.
damn, why the fuck you gonna put
Yeah,
Nikki Bella in this
snore
bullshit?
Snorefest.
Oh my goodness, if Nikki Bella wins this match tonight,
God.
The only reason why she's probably gonna win this match is because she's sucking off John Cena. Anyways,
and she
Thank you for that image.
So-
fucking John Cena, yeah.
so my vote to win this
And
match.
Stephanie Life loves her, so
Who?
Stephanie loves her.
And she's, yeah,
You know, that's one of Stephanie's girls.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Steph likes her.
my vote for this match will be Paige.
Hopefully Paige retains.
We can
Oh,
hope.
absolutely, Paige. I see this feud going a little bit longer, and I don't think they're going to give it to AJ. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki does end up getting the belt eventually, but not now. Paige is. I need more
think-
Paige skipping.
I think Brie Bella's gonna come in, interfere, and take out her sister, and somehow Paige use it to retain the title.
That'd be
I
awesome.
need more Paige.
It's pretty
skipping.
obvious. It's
No.
the whole thing they did Monday with Nikki distracting and taking out AJ, and then Paige getting the win on Brie.
I saw that.
It's
crap.
pretty obvious. Next match for the IC title, the show off Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz.
I'd rather go
Johnny
with
Cage.
the show off. He deserves it.
He needs it.
Am I the only one that didn't like that whole R-Truth mimicking Ziggler?
My cousin Ree loves it.
His
He found it
career.
hilarious.
They don't know what to
Giving
do.
Archer something to
And
do.
then they kept saying like they look alike. I'm like, seriously?
They really need to do
Um,
something for
yeah.
Archer.
Dolph
He don't know what to do with him.
And, I love Miz, but, Dolph just won it back, but, I love the Miz and Damien Sandow thing. That is just so entertaining to me. And it's comical.
But no.
Okay.
Did y'all not agree? Did y'all enjoy the gimmick?
I just don't know. Like you have Damien Sandow, who proved to everybody that he.
Damien Mizdow.
Yeah, well,
That whole fapping ripoff was just lame as hell. I'm sorry.
But anyways, it's
But, I see Dolph winning.
Kevin, you?
hope Dolph. He
no,
needs it.
yeah,
He needs it.
Because that fool ain't never getting the world belt.
Yeah.
he ain't.
Nah.
Well, not
it's gonna
as
come
long
in
as
like
Brock.
10 minutes.
Not as long as Brock got it.
Well, there is a way to get around Brock. I mean, if you're talking about somebody winning against Brock, you're gonna have to talk about somebody who's gonna have to outmaneuver Brock.
They got Cesaro, but they don't want to use him.
I know that one.
He ain't that big.
He's
It's not
big,
about-
he's
it's not
big.
about- it's not about-
Cesaro's
Cesaro's strong.
not that guy.
It's not about somebody's strength. It's about how long you can actually outlast your other opponent.
It's about outthinking.
Yeah, he has to outthink, but outthink too.
But
Cesaro.
still,
But anyways,
Dolph's not that guy.
Speaking of Cesaro, next match for the U.S. Championship has been a while defended
God, my
on pay per view. Sheamus versus the King of Swing Cesaro.
When was the last time that was defended in a pay-per-view?
Not since Dean Ambrose had it.
yeah.
This actually is the hardest match for me to call.
It is.
I
'Cause
mean, I honestly have no idea.
I would say Cesaro.
I'm gonna say
Sheamus-
I hope.
Sheamus, I don't know what's wrong with
Nine
him.
times out of 10, this would probably be a rematch on Monday, tomorrow anyway. So,
Yeah. I bet. The thing is, the IC champion and the US champion has been like passed around like hot potato. I want to see Sheamus hold it for a little bit and keep defending it
Yeah.
before he passes it on.
But they haven't done shit with him.
They don't do shit with any of the other wrestlers.
got you there.
Yeah, but at least with Dolph, it means something. With Sheamus, it don't mean shit.
What would you like to see done with it?
I mean, I would like to.
Retire the damn thing. Retire it.
I like to see.
There's no fucking
I like
point.
to see Bray Wyatt.
Let me
get it.
say this.
Yeah,
There's no fucking point in having a U.S. title anymore.
I
Just
agree.
fucking retire the damn belt.
He has a
Keep
point.
the IC title, keep the tag titles, and keep the WWE title.
I mean,
There's
I'd
no
rather
point.
have him have another title. I'd rather have him have the cruiserweight because there's not a lot of guys who
No.
are heavy, but you know.
No, give them the
You can,
TV belt.
here's the thing. Like the U.S. title's been tarnished to shit anyway. I mean, the U.S. title's been tarnished. I mean, tarnished badly. Like it's almost equally. It's bad. You know, we have to keep the Intercontinental title even though it's tarnished to hell too, because it was supposed to be the workhorse title, which I liked about the Intercontinental.
But Dolph
title.
is a workhorse.
Dolph is a workhorse, and Dolph, I hope the guy Dolph does this, but we're looking at something where we got Cesaro, a man who's been getting jobbed like hell. Cesaro, I don't know what he did. I have no idea what he did to piss off.
I think they still pissed at his comment he made on Raw about Kmart
But he need to stop
when he
being.
made that disc comment on Cena about his shoes coming from Kmart. I think Kmart got pissed.
Cena's shoes did come from Kmart.
You
That's true.
still believe that's why.
No, I really don't.
He
I
had
think,
to do something else. He had
Well,
to, for them to,
Kmart is one of their big sponsors, and you know how sponsors are.
Cesaro.
If
was
you
on-
don't believe me, take a look at NFL.
It's one thing to
We'll
scare
talk about
somebody
NFL in
and
a
teach
minute.
them a lesson about being careful what you say on live television because he comes from a background where he's not on live
I don't
television.
mind the U.S. belt since that's pretty much right now the only belt they're willing to give Cesaro.
And can they give Cesaro for God's sake, give Cesaro and Seth Rollins a new goddamn theme? A better.
Cesaro's name
It's nothing but sirens.
Yeah.
is Sirens first in music.
Yeah, give him and Seth Rollins a better interest music.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Seth Rollins. I love Dean Ambrose though.
Mm.
Dean
And
Ambrose fits him.
so everybody picks Cesaro.
Yeah, I'm hoping
Yeah.
All right.
he needs a win.
And last, I would say least, but fuck it. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena rematch from SummerSlam for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's pretty much gonna be Brock.
I hope they don't do the stupid thing that they're known
Okay.
for doing.
I got called WWE out on this bullshit. Why in the blue hell when Brock fucking murdered this dude at SummerSlam, that these dumbasses only gave him a 1 week off? Then this dumbass motherfucker come out on Raw, not limping or anything, running to the ring and not selling him, getting the shit kicked out of him like that.
Who still says blue hell?
Wrong time.
I'm just noticing that, but yeah, you're right. Did you see that one episode of Raw when he kind of took a shot at Taker?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, no balls on the guy.
Somewhere Taker's pissed.
You know, Taker has an Instagram account.
Really?
Once you beat me, I came back the next night.
You hear that picture of him with his kids? Because someone was talking about it and it looks weird.
He looks rugged.
He does look rugged.
Yeah, but he got hot wife, so and he got a lot of money, so
Yeah,
he's doing
you
something.
don't have
right.
to live by social standards when you're rich. Who cares?
I mean,
Even though he looks rough, it's like, wow,
I
you
don't
are
know if he's not
Instagram.
going to be there at Mania next year.
I don't think he gives a fuck no more.
Yeah,
The streak is gone. He pretty much retired.
He was done.
You don't
Unless
think he'll ever come back?
unless they're gonna do a Sting versus Undertaker, which I seriously doubt now.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
He ain't giving a fuck.
They kind
No,
of
it's
screwed the
possible.
pooch
They
on
gotta
that.
have Sting wrestle somebody.
I don't know, man. It's gonna take a lot for Taker to come
Just
back.
one match. You gotta have him wrestle somebody for one match.
Shit, I say Daniel
Just so
Bryan.
you can say that you saw him wrestle in a WWE ring.
I would say Daniel Bryan,
Bray
but
Wyatt.
depends on Sting. Probably would say no.
I mean, imagine a great storyline that'd be if it was a Sting Bray Wyatt feud.
Only if Wyatt can beat him, which I doubt Sting would let him do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been
but
given.
I'm gonna say Brock Lesnar with 12 suplexes.
Really, you gonna give him 12?
Yeah, I think he raised the bar so high with 16 that he's gonna lower it.
I'm calling it now.
And Cena's gonna try to counter it.
I'm calling it now. They're gonna do some bullshit where they make Cena, because you know good and damn well they're not gonna make Cena get pinned twice in a row. If they do, I'll be shocked as hell. They'll do some kind of bullshit where Cena gets himself disqualified and then Brock retains the title.
You weren't shocked last month when he dominated his ass?
Dude, they had him dominated before. The only difference was
Not like that though.
Yes, they did.
16 suplexes?
Dude, he beat the crap out of him on Street Rules. Granted, but
did he win though?
Yeah, that was the difference. He lost.
That's the shocking fact. He dominated and won the belt.
But they were going to give it back to him because
think Cena's gonna win tonight?
I'm not saying it. I'm saying that they're going to do some bullshit excuse where he won't get pinned. He'll probably get disqualified because he was so pissed at how he couldn't beat Brock. They had to resort to some measure in order to beat him, but he gets him disqualified.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's WWE. Everything they do is stupid.
He's kind of right.
Yeah, you got a point on that one.
That makes me feel so much better to watch Gotham instead tomorrow.
I know, right?
Seriously.
Let me know. Like, okay, if I can have the floor for a moment. I'm just gonna put this in perspective right quick. I mean,
Of course.
we've lost. I mean, here's my point. I'm gonna say what I want to happen, what I would like to see happen. I would like to see I would like to see John Cena get slaughtered tomorrow. Tonight. John Cena needs to get slaughtered, and the reason why is for this. WWE. This is the time when WWE can make a decision that could potentially save the product. You have to get John Cena off the show. You have to have faith in your talent. You have to rethink what people have done and why you have them jobbing. You have to really reconsider what's going to make you money. What's going to be your future prospects. John Cena is going to be money no matter where you put him because the kids will like him. As long as you don't put him on the low card, he'll be fine. You can still keep your John Cena superhero, Vince McMahon. You can still keep him, but you need to move him off your main card because we're willing to accept Brock Lesnar, but we want to see like Paul Heyman's doing a great job, bro. We'll keep him, but you've been holding down Bray Wyatt and the Wyatts. You've been holding down Cesaro. You just acquired Kenta, who you're now working to try to repackage and developmental under the stupid commentary over there at NXT. I put that in there. But then you have talents like Cody. You have, of course, we're sad at what happened. Kofi, yes.
That whole gimmick that they fucking stopped doing, and then
you have. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about. You have all this great talent. Dolph. You have all this great talent, and you're still sporting, like even in the women's division, you got us looking at the Bellas. I mean,
we got Paige, we got AJ, we got Natalya, we got Naomi, Charlotte in NXT, Sasha Banks.
Yeah, Sasha Banks and
Bailey.
And I want everyone to understand this. Like this main event, to me at least, this main event.
Although I don't get watching that whole boss character.
I have no idea, but this main event to me is so important because what I would do if I wanted to make money and I wanted to secure the product and get the product back on track because I don't want to sell out to anyone else or have my network crash. I need to reinvigorate my product. You need to go ahead and move forward. You have to let John Cena you have to kill that character. For there to be any forward movement, you have to kill that character off. If you don't do it, then you're just going to keep spiraling downwards. You just keep going the same direction you're going. And that's their decision. I mean, it's their company. I'm just saying as a person who's a prospective customer that I want something new now. You've been spoon-feeding us John Cena cereal for freaking...
Well, WWE's gonna have to do that now. That Roman Reigns is pretty much gone.
They may be up against the wall.
John Cena cereal tastes like Lucky Charms for some reason.
I think that probably go against his contract with Fruity
Maybe
Pebbles.
Captain Crunch.
Mm.
I don't want to say Fruity Pebbles. There's no way.
Already did.
They did.
I did.
They-
But
Maybe Golden Grams
for who?
for John Cena cereal.
He's with Fruity Pebbles. He has a deal with
You know what I'm saying? He just said eating the John Cena cereal. I just always assume, I like to think that it tastes like, you know, maybe like a different cereal besides Fruity Pebbles, like Golden Grams or Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch is delicious.
He can't
Okay, fine, not Captain Crunch. How about, name a crappy cereal?
That Link Mario cereal.
Never had it. Oh yeah, that was bad.
That was a bad
Oh my
cereal.
god, that's a flashback. Ooh, that was some bad cereal. Oh my goodness, it was awful.
Cookies, Cookie
Cookie Crunch
That's
had bad aftertaste.
uh,
Awful.
Chance was good, but it gets soggy real fast.
Yeah, they do.
But anyways,
Yeah,
I
my
always thought Twix was overhyped.
my whole point is that I hope Brock Lesnar wins. I hope he slaughters John Cena tonight. I hope John Cena doesn't come back for Raw looking all healthy or whatnot. And Raw limit be stupid and pointless.
Yes, see, kid. How many suplexes?
I'm hoping for. I don't care if it's 30. I don't give a damn. I just want John Cena dead. I don't hate John Cena.
Wasn't dead.
Character wise, guys, stop picking him apart. Okay, what I'm saying is,
so I'm thinking 15 suplexes, 5 F5s,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
and a partridge in the pear tree.
get it all. Yeah, do it all. Do the whole nine.
Yeah, do the whole life scene.
Just get
list,
John
man.
Cena off this storyline. We need him gone so
They
that
ain't
there
gonna
can
do
be
it.
progress.
Roman Reigns gone. They probably gonna keep him around more.
And that's their choice. But I'm just telling you what could help the business.
for business.
That's what they
Oh, God,
think.
what if...
But
what
they
if
keep
Sheamus
proving
does
themselves
lose
wrong.
Tonight, and since Cena might lose and Reigns gone, why do they have Sheamus try to go after Brock?
Yeah. Well, according to the rumors, it's Big Show next.
Don't do that
What-
again.
This is
They're gonna have to because remember they didn't really have a match the last time they faced each other. So
they didn't need to. Nobody wants to see that crap.
Well, would you rather have him versus Show or him versus Henry?
At least Henry can do something. My
It was
God,
who?
Henry,
Mark Henry.
Oh,
At least-
well...
Well,
at least Henry's devious.
yeah, Henry is kind of devious.
At least Mark Henry can entertain me. At least
Yeah,
Mark
when
Henry
he's a
is
heel,
devious.
but as a face, no.
No.
Not unless he does like a straight up heel turn right in the middle of the
He
match.
can't do that. Brock's a heel.
You can have two heels go against each other.
No, WWE don't do
They
that.
never would.
They
But-
rarely do that.
But it's great entertainment when you see a
Oh,
face
yes.
go
WWE.
straight heel.
It's
Oh, yeah, they
it's
used
a
to-
good
they used-
idea.
They used to do
They
that.
won't do that.
They won't do it because they're WWE.
Didn't we just say that before? They
I know.
do stupid shit.
They do. They do.
But,
But that's what would help. Like ultimately, I don't know if the focus of this is to determine like whether what will help them or just what's going to happen. If you're talking about what's going to happen, it's gonna be one of two things. Either John Cena is gonna win, overcome after he's probably gonna suplex him almost 16 times something, and then he's gonna try to counter him, whatever. They're gonna go through a whole bunch of plexes and John Cena will win. Yay, hooray, John Cena wins. Or Brock Lesnar will slaughter him, which needs to happen, and that will help the business. But then they're going to do something really stupid. Either John Cena's going to come back on Raw and attack him again, or come out say some uplifting speech out there, which he doesn't need to do. If John Cena gets beaten, he needs not to return. It needs to be over. It needs to be done. They need to move forward. But if they don't do it, then they just are as stupid as we think they are.
Is that officially the worst shirt he's ever had?
Yes, it is.
If it what?
Is it the John Cena's new shirt? Is that officially the worst shirt he's ever had?
The neon lights ones and McDonald's ripoff is worse.
Lisa, yeah.
But with that said, Night of Champions, and the card is for $9.99 sucks.
Not a good card.
Not good. But anyways,
I'm all.
getting back to the topic.
She wants to say something.
Okay, we already got done with the the WWE for a little bit. Getting back on the topic with the NFL.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Oh.
The NFL has done some
Which part?
a lot of the stupid shit that they
They're
always do.
going so much. They're going.
She
so
better
down
go
the
off.
shitter.
She better go off. I'm scared.
Okay, like motherfucker punched out his fiance. I mean, that was a hell of a punch. He
Oh,
knocked her
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
it was like boom, and then boom, hit the rail, and then boom.
Where's Chris Tucker when you need him?
And then she marries the dude.
It shows how much of them. Never mind.
I don't know if she did it because she was stupid, afraid, or she actually really loved the dude.
Or she just did it for the money.
I almost did a Rihanna joke there.
Probably a combination of a couple of those.
Probably a combination of the whole thing. Then the NFL, they tried to cover up. You did a bad cover up, NFL. A straight up bad
They
cover
always
up.
do bad cover-ups.
And then they basically suspended the dude for 2 games. When they suspended another player who smoked marijuana, they suspended him for 6 games. The fuck?
Different clubs have different policies, and they are able to protect their players. But if you were on the Patriots and you did something like this, you're done. They don't fuck around. On certain teams, they don't fuck around. They're not going to protect you.
Well, the difference is, dude killed somebody.
Yeah,
And they couldn't really hide that.
Yeah, they couldn't. No, they couldn't do anything
hide
about
it
that.
But I'm saying so a man beating his wife. Well, a guy smoking a marijuana blunt is more of an offense than a man beating his wife.
Here's the thing. I think culture in general gets caught up too much in this. Even in the wrestling world, it gets caught up too much in this. Now, when it comes to a domestic issue, I think that if you are on television and you represent a company who's being broadcast, it's very there becomes this gray area, I think, with management where they have to decide, okay, do we have a right to interfere in this, because if this gets out, this goes public, they're going to look at us like we were supposed to have done something on our end. If we don't do anything, they're under pressure. I understand this, but
You
there comes
have a right to intervene to protect somebody's life. If you know about it,
Well, they don't have the right to protect his wife. That's her dumbass fault.
no. If they knew about it,
No, she stupid enough to marry the motherfucker, even though the dude knocked her out and could have killed her.
Yeah, not prior to that. The fact is, if they knew that he hit her,
Oh, they knew.
then they should have said, "Hey."
They knew.
They should have intervened and said, "Hey, you need to go to anger counseling."
They knew that. They
Yeah,
got
'cause
FBI
then it becomes their
agents.
Yeah.
problem.
It becomes
They-
your problem.
They
If you
know.
knew about it, you need to sit him down, get into
gotta
anger
look at it this
management,
way.
and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't care if she married the man. The fact that you have a guy who is willing to put his hands on a woman. I know she hit him first or something like that. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, she hit him first. And then he just, got to the point where enough was enough and he hit her. But if you have a guy who knows for a fact that he put his hand on a woman, willingly put his hand on a woman, I don't care if your pressure is broken, you should not put your hand on anybody. I don't think a woman should put her hand on a man anyways, just like I don't think a man should put a hand on a woman.
But they do.
But, people do. But if you know that one of your players hit his fiance, sit him down, take him to anger management, don't do it again.
It needs to be more of for me at least, that's the problem. It needs to be more of a complete look, you do this, we're letting you, because of your talent, we want you to fix this. fix this or you're gone. And when we mean fix this, we mean fix this with yourself, man, because you're our employee, but you're not just any employee. You're an image. You're an image now. You're part of our image, and if you screw up, it's our responsibility. Somebody needs to just be clear. They're not clear with these young guys about this stuff. Like, they're not clear about this stuff. I think they give them the jargon. I think they give them a lot of jargon. I think they give them a lot of jargon.
With him. Here's the thing.
They give them jargon.
The NFL is just like every other sports, like Major League Baseball and NBA. They knew about the videotape. They have FBI, CIA people working for them. They saw the tape. The thing was, they thought that they were slick enough to hide it under the rug without anybody noticing and give him 2-game suspension, and that would be the end of it. But because TMZ was, crazy enough to air it out to people, and people fussed about it a lot, then they had to do something. That's how it works. I mean, you look at it.
You have to stop the problem before it starts, because you don't know.
Especially if you're in business.
Yeah, if you don't know, like, even if this was the first time, first time it could happen and it would stay, the first time. But you don't know how his anger could go, and even if she stays with him, you don't know how it could escalate. So you have to nip that in the bud. Say you need to work on yourself. Now,
because that's the thing. It's like,
But that's the thing.
You have to act as if
like
TMZ already knows.
It's like the other, NFL player who whipped his son.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that was Adrian Peterson now.
Yeah, who whipped his son.
Okay, when we were kids, can you imagine how many parents would have been charged for that shit?
Yeah, and
I mean, I understand times have changed, but that was a bit much. But then you hear Adrian Peterson once again accused of doing this to another kid, to one of the kids, I think.
But you gotta take that with a grain of salt, though.
So,
Could be just a
you have all
copy.
this, and then compare it to, that soccer player, what's his name, Hope Solo?
Yeah.
She's getting dogged on because she's being allowed to play, and she's being charged with abusing her sister and her nephew, and getting charged with that, and they still letting her play on the soccer team. So
I don't think she should be allowed to play.
Because soccer fans don't give a shit.
Yeah, soccer fans don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't care about all that.
He's doing this, and it's getting bigger and bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if more of this continues,
Here's my question, though. Here's my question. As the public at large, when we watch these people on television, I think the industry itself is driving business off of making us engaged in these affairs. And it goes back to that taboo subject of, is it really our business or should we just enjoy the product? Sometimes you wonder, would it be better just to be a bland audience member who could see stuff like this happen in other people's personal lives? Well, is it more important that we go ahead and share our opinions and involve ourselves in these people's matters, because TMZ says we should, or just TMZ just shares it with us and we make it our business? How is I think media itself has kind of taken us to this point, but that leads to a real deep subject that goes on for hours. But my point is that this is yes, you're in business. If you're in business and this person works for you and this person's having domestic issue, but you're in the business that pretty much is part of a business that the people who contribute your business become a part of that business, because they're the audience, then it is your responsibility. Thereby, doing a 2-game suspension is not the answer. Trying to bury it under the rug isn't the answer. You might as well act like TMZ and everybody already knows it from the offset of the problem. There needs to be, I am not a fan of zero tolerance, but in that kind of case, I think there is a need for zero tolerance for these kind of things, so that players know going into these contracts, look, I can't be, if I have the message, I need to fix that before I even sign this contract, because I know I'm going to cause drama, and even though I want all the money, it's only going to last for a little while, and it's going to ruin my public reputation for the rest of my life. People are going to know the name of the guy who punched the woman in the elevator.
Yeah.
That's the thing. See, these guys, it comes down to just decisions that are going to have to be made, ultimately, that are not being made. And they're probably not going to get made because they just want to keep the train rolling.
Yeah.
Let's just end on this. As Chris Rock once said, there's a reason to hit everybody. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Just don't do it, especially if you're
Just stop.
if you're a public
Stop,
figure.
stop. You can listen to Joe.
Just don't do it.
No, just don't do it.
And with that, we end another triple threat. I'd like to thank California Kid, Karen, and the Pike. Please leave a comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
Leave some questions.
Please tell your friends.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us.
Leave questions.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
Bye.